What's going on? Hey, how's it going, ladies and skeletons? Oh, I don't want to do that one. That's the song after that one. Where's my capture device? Capture device no showing up. Cool. We're off to a great start. How's it going, ladies and skeletons? What is going on? I want to make something today, and I found out this cool little program called Wiggly Paint. Wiggly Paint. And it's pretty convenient, pretty easy to use. It reminds me a lot of um the El Crimson King animations of little egg-shaped DSP in those animations. To the point where I think I want to try my hand at recreating one of those. In this, a story that I wanted to do for a long time was the Jasper Bloodwork story, where Phil allegedly, him and Kat allegedly go to the vet to get oh my god, what the heck? My capture device is definitely not working. Let me unplug it, plug it back in. Try and get this going. But yeah, I will have to replicate the style of El Crimson King and his animations, but Grok is pretty good at that. I'll see if I can get some help in, and then I'll import it into Premiere, and let's see, it's working now. Come on, Live Gamer Portable 2 Plus. No, nothing. Still not one. Oh, there it is. Cool. That's a relief. Maybe I should have tested that out before going live, but you know how it is. I reapplied for monetization over on YouTube since a month had passed. No, not a month, like 90 days or something crazy like that. 60, 90 days. But I finally reapplied. I couldn't yesterday for some reason, but I did today, even though it was supposed to be the deadline. So there we go. They say they'll review my channel and email me with a decision, typically within a month. Typically within a month. Could be a couple days where they're like, no, actually, you're a fake channel. You're not real. You're not real. You got fucking Stevie working at YouTube. You're not even real. Which would be nice, because, like, not only can I make money on YouTube again, they'll let me have the money that I've already earned on YouTube, which they've been holding this entire time. Money that I expected to have, but they still have. So if I do get remonetized, not only will I be able to make money again, I can get the money that I already earned. You know how it is. Anyways, we got tabs here. We got a lot of good stuff. Morty looking at Toph. A big, long Toph extravaganza. It was the July 4th. You want to talk about yesterday? It was okay yesterday. I'm glad you guys hit the goal for me to do like a 14-hour long marathon or some shit like that. I don't know how long it was. 12 hours? 11? But it was quite long. I was really angry at the beginning because it's like, man, I hate repetition. You know what I mean? I hate repetition almost as much as I hate redundancy. And when DSP started up the stream, I could tell immediately what was going to happen, what was going on, and it all played out exactly how I thought it would. So boring, so predictable. And then I started up a game, then I ended up beating Forgive Me Father 1, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I liked it. I think I like it more than Forgive Me Father 2 so far. I haven't finished the second one yet. But, you know, sometimes sequels don't live up to the original. And then I played a bunch of Nitro Plus Blasters with a Z at the end. That was pretty fun. And we endured. We got through it all. Got to the end. DSP got about half of what he got during the last Closet Cleanout stream, which is, again, completely predictable. Because, of course, diminishing returns. We got Urban Style Individual. We got Shanabrand with a VR chat video. Let's start crazy.
Are you
why
gay?
don't we? Let's start with the most crazy off the wall shit, just so we can gatekeep all the normies from the stream. You know how it is.
I hope you're doing your worst after this.
I'm very gay, and I also own a Switch too.
We do not care.
How
We
would you
did
know?
not ask.
Fucking living nightmare.
I don't wear a diaper. You're a fucking idiot.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about those little
Peter Piper picked
fucking
a
skull
blah, blah,
kids.
I don't wear adult diapers because I'm a healthy 44-year-old who's living life to his fullest, and you're sitting on the internet miserable. I'm happy. I'm doing well for myself. I'm healthy, healthier than I've been since my early 20s. You know, everything's going well. So now you have to make something up and pretend in La La Land where you live. You know. Are you fucking stupid?
I need you to stay
What are
here
you
for 1
talking
second.
about?
I need to talk to him.
I'm going.
How do I
Let me
have you
stand
added?
up.
So you're an
I'm going
idiot.
to tell you once.
Aw,
Hey,
How do I
I'm going to tell you
add
once.
harassing a
Leave her alone
snowflake.
or I'm going to crash you. You've got two
Are
options.
you fucking
Which
stupid?
is it going to be?
What are you talking about? He's successful. Let's say he wears diapers because we have nothing else to talk about.
Help! 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 I'm going to fucking
She's
commit.
being...
Oh my gosh, it's
Phil wears
hyperventilating.
diapers. Okay? There's absolutely no basis of this because I don't wear diapers.
I'm just gonna block all of y'all. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I don't wear a diaper. You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, what?
I don't even know what I did. I joined
Phil
this water
wears
like 15
diapers.
minutes ago.
Okay? There's absolutely no basis of this because I don't wear diapers.
Yeah, like
What if
I don't even know what you're
like if you're so prone to panic attacks, you should not be living a life online at all.
trying to say, bro.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't! Oh
You
god!
on something, bro. You're on something.
Phil wears diapers. Cite your evidence.
I don't even know what you're trying to say to me, bro.
I'm happy. I'm
I'm
doing well
happy.
for myself. I'm healthy, healthier than I've been since my early 20s. You know, everything's going well. So now you have to make something up and pretend in La La Land where you live. You know,
I don't even know what you're trying to say to me right now, bro.
good for you. I mean, that's your life. You sit on the internet talking about fucking adult diapers that don't exist because you're a fucking idiot. Good for you. I'm busy. I got shit to do in my life.
How did you get in here, bro? I was trying to escape.
So stop
And
doing
what
it.
is happening?
Don't do it again.
What is happening?
Okay. Do 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 do. You live bop bop
What just
bop
happened?
bow yo ba
Oh.
Banned.
Fox McCloud is in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, confirmed by the official movie Twitter account. I want you to think about this. Fox
Why
McCloud
just me?
from Star Fox
Ow.
is in
Why
the Super
just
Mario
me, bro?
Galaxy movie.
I know that. I'm not dumb.
Do you see my point
And he jumps off
about
a
what they're
cliff.
doing, the culture slop they're creating? This is the same point I made about the first Mario movie. Why was Donkey Kong and Mario Kart in it? That it's not a Mario movie. It's essentially a Nintendo mashup movie, right?
Right, you got it, man.
I don't even know what you're saying right now. Go get some other people to pick on, bro. Go get some other people to pick on right now.
No, I don't think that's interesting.
What do you mean you don't think that's interesting? I'm telling you to do it.
Time to fucking step up and do your job and do your responsibility and stop fucking pussyfooting around the issues.
Guy who keeps following me and then keeps talking about the Mario movie.
Dude, first of all, you're making fun of autistic people by saying that. And number two, what the fuck? Like,
Bro, you said I was making fun of autistic people because I said that. I do not know your point, bro. You're probably a middle-aged man collecting points.
yeah,
Collecting Pokemon cards.
Oh my gosh, please, no.
this is bullshit. Enough with the pussyfooting.
What? First of all, what? Second of all, why do you keep following me, bro?
You're saying it because you're getting crushed and you look stupid and you just released one of the worst games ever as an Xbox exclusive and you expect that people are going to feel sorry for you because you say you're not in a console war? What the fuck is your problem?
I haven't made the game.
This
I
is
never
way
made
better
it.
than
All right, forget it.
Faithful Sheriff going around.
Help me, please. Please. One of you guys, please help me.
Look behind you.
He won't help me.
Please help me!
Are we still getting Chinese food tomorrow?
Oh, Chicken Chang Wang. Hello.
Oh my god. I do not know what you're telling me. Bro,
Apologize for my grandson.
can someone get this guy away from me? Please help me.
Oh my
I feel
god.
the need to tell you a secret about my precious grandkid.
He's crashing out.
Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah, just
starts
log
tonight
out and
on
go to a
Amazon.
different world.
I've been watching this,
Just like go to the lobby and just like teleport somewhere else. Like I'm pretty sure that's how VR chat works. I've used it a little bit. I'm not a VR chat aficionado. I just used it to get my VRMs in there to see if I could, and I can. But other than that, I didn't really. You know, I played a little bit with Ann Leet when he was trolling Captain Alex. That's about it.
horror suspense show called The Burrows on Netflix. It just came out a few nights ago, and it actually stars a whole
The
bunch.
problem with importing like my VRMs into VR chat is they don't display on like an Oculus Quest because it's too high polygon, too much detail.
Older actors.
But it works fine on PC version. Like everything works fine on PC version. Like models as detailed as all this shit. But when you're on like a smaller platform, you can't really render all that.
Oh, I'm so confused too.
Like they're using like what is it, the VR for Steam that connects to a computer, you know.
Molina, remember Dr. Octopus from the Raimi trilogy?
What is it, the Index?
So he's in it.
The Valve Index, yeah.
Character. And then it's got all these different other, like Bill Pullman was in the first episode of it, which was really cool to see Bill Pullman. I haven't seen him in anything in a long time.
Wow.
Who are you?
Some boomer. DSP making waves with the Zoomers over on VR chat. I wonder how he's doing over on TikTok. See if he's making numbers on the TikTok clips. I should do that. TikTok feels just like an unexplored content creation mill. Because you put the right clips up there and they just take off. You could monetize them and shit. Toph, what is going on with the games industry? Slop-roach about big stinky locales like LTG and Toph and Drakenlord and Hamber. Oh no. Oh, we all know the Hamber story. Am I on TikTok? I think I do have a TikTok account that I made. An LWO1. I uploaded a few videos and they got like no views, so I'm just like, oh fuck it. Oh well. But you know, with that attitude, I'm not gonna get anywhere. What are you doing, LTG, for your 4th of July?
This video is not intended for harassment, bullying, or hate toward any person or group. Any opinions expressed are for commentary and educational purposes and should not be interpreted as malicious intent.
I don't feel fatigued.
Please stream for more than 2 hours.
Ban him? Thank you. Ban him on the 4th.
Get on Tekken Remedial.
It's just spam and jab, like it's just rapid fire. Look at this idiot. Look at this dumb fuck.
It's called a combo, bro.
Look at this fucking moron, bro.
It's Guile. He doesn't have a whole lot of moves.
Look at this sorry ass. Look at this dude, man.
He probably uses toilet paper. I bet he pees in a toilet.
This suck.
He doesn't piss in a sink like a real man. Also, what's with locales and not wearing headphones? So we get shitty echo audio. How's the hangover going? I only had just like 1 4 Loco, and albeit it is a big can, it was only 1 can. It got me a little tipsy and gave me energy and needed to go, so I'm not really hungover. I wasn't really drunk last night either, which is probably why I didn't really enjoy it as much as Meerkat was enjoying the endurance round. I was mostly focused on the video games. But, you know, I was listening, I'm paying attention. I can split my attention. And, like, I don't think there was a whole lot worth paying attention to, because it was obviously just, like, the most just cookie-cutter thing. Thought you were worried about it. Nah, I'm fine. It's just, like, halfway through, he started doing that thing where it's like, I guess I'm just not going to do this again. I wanted to do this again, but, like, I guess no one cares anymore. And it's just, like, the stage 2 begging, where he just tries to get the most out of people, and it's ridiculous because like he can do all this shit, but then the next few days, next few weeks, he's gonna have really slow streams where no one can give him money, and he's crying and crashing out and pouting, and it's like, yeah, man, like they don't have unlimited money. Like you're ridiculous. You're not growing your audience. You're just squeezing the maximum amount of the same people, the same small group of people. Like NDO isn't gonna drop in every day with another 50 gifted subs, man. Or 20 or whatever it was. I was horrified when Meerkat said he was going to go another hour. Is my, No, I don't have the TTS on. I don't know why I didn't press that button. I guess no one tried it. Yeah, he went on super duper late, but for me it was only like 9, 10 p.m. Wasn't that late. I think it was actually like around 10 p.m. my time.
I literally hate this character with a passion. Fucking hate Jamie, bro. Such a corny ass waste of slot.
Jamie? Did he say Jamie?
The slot. Fucking hate Jamie, bro. Such a
Jamie.
corny ass waste of slot.
Why?
Why do a lot of scrubs just fucking
Maybe it's because Jamie is black that LTG hates him.
Anti-air is a fucking goddamn Piri instead of like an actual anti-air. Why does every scrub try to anti-air with Piri?
Get him, Jamie. Look at that zoning, man. And again, like every...
The only reason I even lost that round is because these scrubs just mash dry brush and neutral and try to mix it up with a fucking...
I tried to TDS earlier that I saw pics of the guy standing in the closet and yet he ain't exercising.
I can pull some of those up. They're crazy. Look at this. Like, dude. Like, okay, here's the trade. Here's the bargain. You could either have pictures of you like this on the internet, just floating around, a bunch of a huge group of people who make fun of it night and day, or $500. I don't know. That's a tough call. Like, was it worth it, Phil? Was the marathon worth it? Because now we got pictures like this of you, and it gets worse. But you made your pity bucks. You made your beg bucks. There you go. Hope it was worth it for you, bud. Let's see. Scroll up. This one here is another great one. This one's another banger. I don't know what it is about the hat and vest combo that just makes him look so much more misshapen than usual. Like, he has such bad... It makes you just, like, want to have better posture, you know? Just, like, it makes you straighten your spine up to be like, nah, I don't want to end up like this.
Grab, that's it.
But this is 170 pounds of pure muscle, by the way. This is 170, 6 feet tall, and you're supposed to believe this, and also that Cat is really, really hot and in shape, too.
New personal theory is that DSP went to the oncologist instead of Keith. Oncologist is cancer doctor.
He needs to go to a chiropractor. Like, you need some back adjustments. He needs a backiotomy.
He looks like the worms from Men in Black.
Like, that being said, brought that up. Like, he looks like the Virgin walk meme versus the Chad stride. And
he said 160 yesterday.
What? He's just eyeballing. He's just spitballing. He's not weighing himself. The fuck are you talking about? 160. Dude, 170 is like super duper lean. 170 is like anime protagonist build. Like Sun Wu Zhong from Solo Leveling. You know what I mean? Like Garo from One Punch Man. Like, you have like a inverted triangle shape. You don't have a fucking pot-belly gut at 170. Like, what are you talking about, Phil? You talk to people like they've never been in shape before. Also, this strap here in the back is supposed to connect in the back to sort of cinch the back of the vest and make it fit better.
I can believe the 160.
Yeah.
160 kilo, that is.
It's just the gaslighting is so egregious. It's so out of control. And there's just no one there to shit check him anymore. No one will ever shit check me ever again. And that's what he meant whenever he was saying that, like, if the Kino Casino snake me, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with any sort of human interaction. And he meant it literally. It's like, I'm never going to let anyone inside my bubble now to question anything I say ever again. We're never going to get like the smart guys revival ever again with DSP actually being grilled by someone he respects. Because he's like, I don't respect anyone anymore. Everyone can suck it. Don't ask for anything from me ever.
It's a horrible, bro. Look, use it for fake pressure. You can't even play footsies. Trash. Look at this idiot.
Idiot. Look at this idiot.
Zero footsies, just mashing bullshit. Just zero footsies, just a complete bum ass player. Look at this guy, just trash.
Why are these two scrubs obsessed with footsies? What is it about footsies that makes you so longing for them? Maybe they're just foot fetish guys.
Just ice skate across the screen and just take shortcuts.
I'm out of here. I'm gone. You can't see me anymore. That'll show you.
Stalker. Stalking on the
now
fourth.
I'm really mad. Like, what does that do? Yeah, well, footsies is a fundamental, but also it's like
it's even funnier when they get hit by mash low kick.
Well, yeah, it's sort of like spacing out, and it's sort of safe. I talk about it a little bit in the Street Fighter videos that I put out about how DSP hates like safe moves and also wants footsies when it's like you can't please someone when their own stated desires contradict each other. It's just the fire pit. Okay. I can't even watch videos.
I hate footsie stimulation.
I need to make a burner account on Twitter, I guess.
Now watch this sloppy ass Terry.
Slop! Slop, slop, slop!
Slop already.
Slop!
A scrub already. Fuck, you got 1,900. How the fuck you got 19,000 points and Terry been out for like 80 years?
X cancel?
Trash. He's suck, bruh. Look at this horrible ass player. Trash. Look at this fucking idiot. Just messing all over the controller, and I'm about to lose a round of this trash.
Okay, there we go. That works. Let's see. That's it. Oh. Aww. She sacrificed for America. I threw myself in the fire pit for final roasting. The thing is that, like, this is something Pippa fans would do. Like, you don't see this kind of thing with fans of other e-celebs. Where you're just like, hey, I'm gonna blow up the plushie of you. And she's like, hell yeah.
Almost lost to this sorry ass.
And then you scroll down, and it's like, we can rebuild her. You just put her back together. She's a little scuffed. She'll need some time to recover.
Here we go with this stepdaddy Ryu easy mode shit. Look at this fucking scrub. Look at this dumbass.
Oh my god. Imagine being a stepdad. That's way worse than being a deadbeat dad.
Look at this fucking moron.
Idiot.
Oh my god. Look at this fucking idiot.
I
Bro,
knew it.
you literally Bro, you literally just freestyle this fucking garbage ass game. Especially with Ryu. Fucking sloppy ass didn't know what the fuck to do. We just pieced some shit together and it worked. That's why every counter works. Jump, jump. Fucking sloppy ass. Look at this custom combo ass bullshit. Sloppy ass fucking player. Just holding the parry button. Get the fuck out of here, you sorry sloppy ass online
Slop.
fuck.
Get out of
Street
here.
Fighter. Look at this Street Fighter 6 ass shit. This dude don't know what the fuck he doing. He just mashing shit. Sloppy ass.
Looks like you're getting pressured, man.
Slop.
Slop.
Slop. Look,
Slop.
just slop.
Slop. Slop. A weird thing to say from a guy who like makes his own custom-made, self-starring AI movies.
Hello, survivors of the marathon. We need a medal for it.
Oh, wait. Yeah, we have that certificate that Meerkat put together. I need to look that up. It's not, probably on his VOD. I'll screenshot it and put it on the layout for all the survivors. Slop, slop, slop. It's really just like... It's like Twitter-influenced brain where you're just like adopting all these vocabulary words and just overusing them to the point that they're completely meaningless. You slop, Ryu! You're a stepdad! Look at this. Look at this Street Fighter 6. I'm in the corner. And I can't do anything about it.
Prepare thy
Bloop. No!
Never! Ryu wins!
This game literally will allow any to beat you with that fucking drive rush custom combo bullshit.
Then why don't you do it?
Takes no brains, especially no brains to use Ryu in this game.
Why don't you do it?
You don't
then?
even have to be good. You just glue shit together, create fake pressure by pressing drive rush again,
Then you
mashing
do
more
it.
random shit.
You do it then.
Street Fighter 6. Do not have to be good in this game to beat somebody who's light years better than you at fighting games. You see people complaining about that new game, the, what is it? The fucking, what's the new shit that dropped that everybody's complaining about because the combos aren't easy? They're complaining they can't do B&Bs.
What do you
Avatar,
know?
yup.
Avatar, yup.
Ah, we just waking up with Drive Impact.
I was having fun with Nitro Plus Blasters. They need to bring that game back to the FGC. Game is fun. DSP would never play it. You can just keep him out.
Dude couldn't even drive rush. Look at this fucking sorry ass nigga.
Yeah.
Just trash. Look at this dude.
Yeah, I'm sub to a YouTuber named Huntress who plays a lot of fighting games, and she was checking out the Avatar game, and it was looking pretty interesting. Like, there's a lot of variety in characters, which I like.
Complete garbage.
Like, every character plays very differently. And the animations are getting better. It doesn't look so badly animated now. Just wish we got more news about the Hunter x Hunter one and how it's improving, but no. Everyone's just sleeping on the Hunter x Hunter game.
Sokka has the best install in every game. He gets a girlfriend.
Yeah, right. I saw that one. He gets kissed and then it's like an install super where he's super like moving super fast.
Rage quit. Just coached himself into the void. Matter of fact, unbanned that.
Like, I don't know anything about Avatar Last Airbender, honestly. The only thing I know about is Azula, because Poster on Kiwi Farms always uses Azula as their avatar, their profile picture.
That person, if you could beat me at Street Fighter 4 or 5, I'll let you stay. If not, you're banned.
If you can beat me in a
Since
totally
since you
different
could coach
game
of my
than this
stature,
one,
prove it to me in a difficult game, bro. These are so bad. All they try to do is get in range to throw you and mash drive rush. These suck. Wow, then ice skated across the full screen with drive rush connected to drive impact.
okay, so maybe you can do something along those lines to.
Oh my god.
Stunt knob.
Angela is the original I can not fix her girl.
Yeah. She's so crazy that there's like two versions of her, like a normal version and a crazy version. It's like Arcuade and Red Arcuade.
I don't have the beta because I didn't pre-order the game. Another mashing idiot. Jab, 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 jab. How you just wake up with drive impact out of the corner with no meter? Oh my god, man. We just mashing parries and jabs. Look at this dude. Look at this guy. Bloop. Bloop. And it was clearly a troll too. It's the only game you could do that type of shit in. Like, dude literally was just rapid fire, like literally just pressing rapid fire jabs and doing nothing. Mods just ban all these dumb they here trolling. Even the inclination of a trolling on a holiday, I know you're a worthless ass. You're
Why is
banned
LTG not playing the Avatar game, since he likes difficult combos that he never do anyway?
I don't know. Like, why all these people... Why all these just, like, FGC scrubs feel like they're, like, expected to play a specific fighting game when, like, you don't see Justin Wong doing that. Like, Justin Wong plays all kinds of different fighting games. Maybe it's just like a low-level thing? I don't know. Maybe his audiences can't get enough of it. What do I know? Like, they feel like
Bro,
this is
these
the thing. People
are just god awful. Look, it's a modern. Bro, the character's already easy, nigga.
But I hate it.
The character's already easy.
LTG wants difficult combos, and yet I haven't
I'm
seen
not playing
him play
against
a
no
single
motherfucking
King
modern.
of Fighters game.
Yeah.
There's 2 strikes. All right, there's 3 strikes. I accidentally pressed ready on a broke bum. 2, you're a broke bum on Wi-Fi. 3, you're playing on modern. Just calm already, nigga. It's 4th of July. You're a broke bum on Wi-Fi. You're playing modern. Get the fuck out of here, man. Just end it all.
They try to sympathy. I don't use the toilet clean. I piss to my gallon like every day. I don't use toilet touches and my piss up in that toilet. They be like, no, why you pissing in a bottle? Why you pissing in a bottle? I'm like,
Okay, I want to go over this again. This the Chihuahua story, as I call it. It's the Jasper Needs Bloodwork story.
Absolutely hates being in the carrier.
Where do we start with this?
Pretty good. It's different to see it, kind of having a different vibe. And I was like, all right, why not? All right, cool. So I had opportunity to do that. Outside of that, we did a few other things. It's neither here nor there. The one thing that I want to talk about is this vet visit.
Okay, I'm guessing we could start here. Not much. Not nothing I want to really talk about. The only thing I really want to talk about is the thing I'm going to talk about for an hour.
Outside of that, we did a few other things. It's neither here nor there. The one thing that I want to talk about is this vet visit. All right, I'm pretty upset. Let's explain what happened. All right. So for the record, Jasper Kitty is not sick. All right, he's perfectly healthy. He has nothing.
I think this is back when his audio sucked, so we can up it by like what, 6?
Wrong with him at all right now. He was going in for his yearly checkup.
Man, I forget how bad his audio quality was back then.
And he was going in to get his rabies vaccine follow-up, okay? Now, I don't know how the rabies vaccine works. That's on the doctor to explain it to you, right? But I was under the understanding
7?
that he was going to probably need his rabies vaccine follow-up, but we had scheduled him just for a checkup, and we figured while we're there, we'll get everything done, right? So,
I have to cut a lot of
here's
this out.
the thing, all right? We've taken Jasper to this vet for 3 straight years. The first year, they were still at the end of COVID. So back then, everyone was still wearing masks here in Washington State, and you couldn't go in anywhere. It was like, oh, God. It's like everyone has to have a fucking hazmat suit on. So, oh, my goodness, here's Jasper. Oh, sorry, sir, you can't go back there with him. We'll take him into our sterile room, and we'll examine him ourselves, and we'll tell you the findings. It was like, what the hell is this? Stupid COVID was so bad, and everyone...
You know what I'm saying? This is like begging to be animated.
Was so afraid. Here in Washington was one of the worst. We were like some of the worst afraid states there were.
I need some visual aids to understand this audio aids.
So you couldn't do anything, right?
Right.
Now the good news is last year, all that was finally over with. No more masks, no more being afraid. So last year we took Jasper to this same vet in the summer. We were allowed to go into the exam room with him. And here's the thing about Jasper, okay? Jasper Kitty absolutely hates being...
Does he even understand why that happened? The reason the masks went away is that you all got COVID. Everyone just got it, and they built up natural antibodies so they don't get it again. And a small percentage of people face some long-term side effects, which I still haven't seen anyone an example of that. But whatever, sure. Statistically, I'm sure it happened. Some people claiming that they can't taste food anymore. All right. How do we prove this? Okay.
In the carrier. Whenever he's in that carrier, he's very upset and nervous. If he's in the car, he's panting and he's meowing. He's just afraid. He hates the carrier for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if he had a traumatic experience in his past, but he hates the carrier.
I mean, typically, all cats hate being put in cat carriers. They don't... You can't just, open the door and be like, hey, get in there. They don't do that.
When he's out of the...
Yeah, you always have to force them into the cat carrier. It's a thing. You should be fine with it since Jasper has no front claws.
The carrier, he is perfectly fine. So to give
Also,
you an example,
Phil never got COVID.
Oh, well, he claims he did.
Last year...
Without getting tested.
They allowed us into an exam room, so we open the carrier. He comes out in the exam room. He's having a blast. He's crawling on the desk. He's jumping all around. He's having fun.
Oh, he's trying to get out. He's trying to find a way out.
He actually enjoyed his vet visit last year because, for the first time since COVID ended, you could go in the exam room. He was allowed to run around, have free reign, had a great time. Okay? And it was great. So I remember last year, the vet examined him, explained everything that the vet had found. They said he was a little bit on the overweight side.
Of course. Big surprise there. I gotta include that in the video.
Cut down on his food, which we've done in the last year. All right, the good news is he lost some weight
fat.
last year.
Sure.
And a few other observations, whatever.
What was that? There's a few observations. Is like vaguely at the head.
And it was great. So I remember last year, the vet examined him, explained everything that the vet had found. They said he was a little bit on the overweight side. We need to cut down on his food, which we've done in the last year. All right, the good news is he lost some weight in this last year. And a few other observations, and a few other observations,
Sounds like they're trying to tell you about his mental state, doesn't it?
And a few other observations, and a few other observations, whatever.
What are we leaving out here? Does Jasper have like some sort of anxiety issue that they were able to pick up on? I'm guessing.
That was great.
Sure.
And by the way, it was quick. Like I remember last year, we basically waited in the waiting room maybe 10 minutes, got right into our room, our exam room. That was maybe like a 10-minute wait. Vet came in, exam done. We were out within like 40 minutes. The whole visit was done. It was awesome, and we were on with our day. Okay. So here's what happens this year.
I really hate the snapping.
Okay.
Okay.
So I know you already know.
What the fuck is this, man? I hate just like the assumed expression, whereas it's like, bro, you have no theory of mind. You don't understand. Like, not everyone is feeling what you're feeling here.
Okay. So here's what happens this year.
What is this? What the fuck is this supposed to convey, man?
Okay.
Whoa! Wow! It's like I'm reading your mind now.
So,
oh fuck! It's so stupid, so dumb.
So I know you already know.
Like he doesn't even know what to say. He doesn't know how to express himself. He doesn't know like. He's such a bad storyteller.
No, what's gonna happen?
You're just like you're in this stuff and whatever, right? Yeah. And I wish I didn't have to sit here and tell you all about it. I wish you could just figure it out from that. But I guess I'm gonna have to talk more. Shit.
You already know it's gonna be some fucking bullshit rigmarole, right?
I mean, I guess if it's involving you, is that what it's supposed to assume? And is this some fucking pain in the ass because it involves you?
You ready for this?
Okay.
We show up early.
So remember when I did the little giggle thing at the beginning? You already know, like, this is gonna make me look totally smart and everyone else look totally dumb, right?
We actually showed up 15 minutes early.
Like, can you just, like, give people an opportunity to make up their own minds, or no? We just have to be like, just so you guys know ahead of time, giggle, 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 giggle.
Early.
It's like, okay, what?
Because we were hoping that if we showed up early, maybe we could get in exactly when our appointment was, and we could get out early to do the rest of the stuff we needed to do during the day, because we had a very busy day planned.
No, that's dumb. You need to show up at the appointed time, Phil. That's what an appointment is.
We could get in exactly when our appointment was, and we could get out early to do the rest of the stuff we needed to do during the day, because we had a very busy day planned. So
I'm guessing they showed up late.
First of all, we show up early.
I don't believe you.
Okay? And
look at that look.
We show up early. Okay? First of all, we show up early. Okay?
Just like, I don't believe anything that comes out of your mouth, man. Like, especially when you look like that while you say it.
And
like, and even without that, even without your long recorded history of just pathologically lying, that was some shitty ass body language.
I'm not kidding you. This is what they tell us at the front desk. Oh, you're early? Well, we can't check you in until it's time for your appointment. You're early?
Again, just like, this is like the easiest tutorial level on LA Noire.
Theoretically, what he was saying was showing up like 15 minutes early for the appointment so that they can send him in on time.
But I don't believe it.
You're early?
Lick lip, look to the side. Just press an X.
Well, we can't check
I'm mashing X.
you in until it's time for your appointment.
Like, so? Really? You're telling me I have to show up at the correct time? Huh?
What?
What?
Yeah, we're not allowed to check you in until it's time exactly for your appointment. So, you're just stuck. You came for no reason. Just sit here in the lobby.
Okay, like, alright. I guess even if I just take your word for it, you still sound like an idiot. So I might as well.
Great. Well, Jasper hates being in this carrier, and now he's stuck in the carrier for extra time because they don't care that we're there early.
Bro, like what the fuck? Yeah, you didn't show up on time. Too late, too early? It's still not at the correct time.
Just wait. All right, fine.
How early did you show up? Like a half hour? Like how long do you think you're gonna have to wait?
So we wait, and then when it's time for our appointment, we check in.
I guess we don't deserve to know those details. How long did you wait?
Okay.
How much time passed that would help me in figuring out how stressed out Jasper is in this situation? Which you want us to feel for him, right?
We then wait in the lobby for about another 10 to 15 minutes. So apparently they weren't ready regardless. And then a tech comes out.
Okay, we got time there.
So apparently they weren't ready regardless. We then wait in the lobby for about another 10 to 15 minutes.
Another 10 to 15 minutes. So I guess the earlier time period was also 10 to 15 minutes? So you showed up 10 to 15 minutes late.
My dude doesn't even check in early for his so-called job.
Yeah, right?
No way he was at this vet early.
I know, that's a lot to take into account. Like, he doesn't seem like a very punctual person at the best of times.
Okay. We then wait in the lobby for about another 10 to 15 minutes.
So I guess alright.
So apparently they weren't ready regardless. And then...
Well, they needed more time.
A tech comes out. And the tech comes out and says, oh, you were early. I swear to God, this is what the tech says. She goes, oh, you were early? Well, the vet is late. Still on lunch.
It's probably saying he's late coming back from lunch.
Still on lunch.
You mean late coming back from lunch? Yeah. So? I caught her. I trapped her. I noticed with my all-seeing eye.
Reminder, the vet was female.
Right.
Stutters her words, like cuts herself off and...
Oh my god, imagine stuttering and cutting yourself off. It comes in denim, right?
Changes what she was saying mid-sentence.
Whoa!
Still at lunch.
What, did you giggle at her too? Like, caught you. I know what you were trying to say, that you changed the words to something else, but effectively the same thing. I got you.
So obviously, the tech inadvertently admitted to us that the vet was late for work.
So you're admitting to us that the vet is late for work, huh? No. They're still on lunch. Literally just like she said.
Okay. So we can't get you.
God, these little fucking nasty little phlegmy mucus-filled snake laughs.
That the vet was late for work. Okay? So we can't get you in yet. You have to wait in the lobby. And once
he's telling this story like a chill with the good experience is so unbelievably good that he could tell that the cat was having a blast and the bad experience was so unbelievably bad practically could sense the bad vibes before entering the building.
It's very autistic. It's like a turbo undiagnosed Berg telling you like the last time they left the house and just how everyone was so odd and weirdly off communicative. You know what I mean? Just like,
so you admitting to us that Keith is your mom?
Yeah.
SHSHSHSHSH.
It's just like normal people don't have to deal with these problems, Phil. Not even stupid people. It's just like severely unsocialized, uncivilized people who like deal with these problems. We continue.
Back from lunch.
He's such a like an adult LARPer. He's just going out. He's like, he has the mentality of like two kids stacked on top of each other wearing a trench coat. It's like you don't. It must feel
also,
so
I'm
weird encountering
sure the vet was late getting back to lunch because she goes to a gym during lunchtime.
Yeah, like so odd. It must be so bizarre encountering him in the wild because he looks like such an old man. Like he's such a just crusty old boomer. And then he starts talking to you, and the way he talks is just like it's just like a piloted by a 12-year-old. It's got to be so jarring and unnerving, and no wonder like people just don't know how to deal with him.
You'll let you in, but our appointment is at this time, and the vet's not here. Okay, so what is going on? Now, in the meantime, other people are coming in with their pets. There was someone who came in with 2 chihuahuas.
He's never gonna forgive those 2 chihuahuas.
They were let in within 5 minutes into an exam room, and you could hear the doctor over there.
You can hear him. I can hear the doctor there. I heard it. He can't hide from me.
With the chihuahua.
Like he's just sneaking around like he's playing Dear Neighbor.
Chihuahuas having a great time in the room.
Well, the chihuahuas are having a fiesta. Can't wait to animate that.
Another person comes in with a cat and a carrier. They're allowed right into an exam room. It's only us that are stuck in this lobby waiting with Jasper and his carrier. Now, if you add up the time, it's been over a half an hour he's sitting here in his carrier in the lobby.
Oh my god.
And we're not even allowed in yet.
Oh.
So finally, you know, the tech is there, and I'm like, well, how long are we going to wait?
Jasper's probably just fine. What do you think he's doing? Like flip kicking the walls? If that's the case, then you probably shouldn't have him as a cat, because you're not equipped to handle such a cat who would behave that way.
What is going on? So it takes
Jasper's probably just chilling in the cat
vet
carrier.
practices have more than one fucking vet, Philip.
And also there's like differences in priority depending on what's wrong with the pet. I'm sure there's an equivalency of an emergency room for the pet, and that gives them priority over other pets who are just there for regular checkups. You know, shit that can wait.
All right, we're going to take him in. The tech takes Jasper in, but not us.
Oh!
What?
Oh my god!
So now...
I want to read the letter that he wrote them after this.
Now, Jasper's in there by himself, without us in the room, and we're not allowed to come in.
Let me in!
Why not?
Why can't I go in?
The people with the chihuahuas are in the room. The woman
and,
with the other cat
more
just went into
importantly, you and Kate are probably flagged as neurotic Phil.
They're 220s.
Why can't we?
When you animate the chihuahua, see if you can get away with using a cover of Suavement as background music.
See what I can find.
Go in. No, you stay in the lobby.
You stay here.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So they take Jasper in.
Like, what did you want? Like, the room is occupied. They can only put one group of people in there at a time.
5 minutes. I'm not kidding. I timed it. 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, they take Jasper back out and hand it back to us in the carrier.
It was probably their appointment time, and their vets were in the building.
Yeah, like different vets deal with different clientele and different animals and different conditions.
And I'm like, did you do anything? Did you examine? Don't worry, the vet will be right with you. We wait another 20 minutes. So now Jasper has been in his carrier over an hour, and it's not even clear if they examined him or not. We don't know what happened yet. Okay? So now we've been there an hour. Finally, a woman who I'm the vet. You should have seen this woman. All right? She comes out. First of all, everyone else that's working there has their like nurse/tech garb.
You pull out a stopwatch. Yeah, they have him flagged as
this woman
neurotic.
comes out
perfect
in gray sweat clothes. It looks like she literally just came in off the street, maybe from jogging. I'm not sure. Her hair, you can literally tell she was late for work because her hair is dripping wet. You could tell what happened is she came in and just quickly brushed or combed her hair with water before she came out to the lobby. It literally had just been combed because it was wet as shit, right?
Maybe she went to the gym on her lunch break and then took a shower so she didn't smell
This is why I
at work.
said she went to the gym, TBH.
Yeah. Isn't it obvious? But no. Phoenix Wright over here is going to deduce the real reason. She's just a lazy bum.
Comes out not dressed for work, with wet hair. Okay, so is that Jasper? Wait, what? You're the vet. Didn't you just examine him? Oh, is that Jasper? Okay, so here's what...
How the fuck is she supposed to know, man?
...we found. Okay? So here's what the vet says. First of all, well, has he ever had blood work? And I'm like, you work here. He's been here for 3 years. You don't know if he's had blood work yet. So I said,
Giving
no.
DSP the grace of he's telling the truth about working out.
Yeah.
Do you think he takes a shower after he works out?
Well, again, it's all projection. Every time before he shows up on a stream, he combs his hair with water, which is why his hairline is receding so much, because it's drying out his scalp, but it makes it poof up, which he loves. He loves the look of it. He loves the little pompadour look that makes him look more Italian.
Oh, he hasn't had blood work. He's never had a reason to have blood work. I never had a serious illness or whatever. So, he never...
Like, it's so annoying. Has he had blood work? You tell me. It's like, no, you tell me. Like, answer the fucking question.
So I said, no, he hasn't had blood work. He's never had a reason to have blood work. I never had a serious illness or whatever.
Okay, so no then. That's the answer.
So, he never had that, So he's here for his exam and his rabies vaccine, right? So they said, okay, well...
God, he's so predictable.
We think he should have blood work. Why? Well, it's a routine thing for these cats. Every few years they should have blood work. It's a way to check for diseases. It's a way to check for this or that. I'm like, all right, so let's be real here. Let's talk cost.
Let's talk cold turkey. What if I cut the cat in half? Then how much will I have to pay for the blood work? Because that's half the blood.
What do I owe you now? And what am I going to owe you if we have blood?
Hey, Pancake Mix. Yeah, I'm doing okay. It was rough, but we were able to salvage it.
He did not, in fact, know.
No, he doesn't know anything.
Blood work, okay? So he goes, well...
Like, it's highly possible you could have taken him to a different vet and got blood work there. That's why nothing showed up in their records of Jasper. Like, I can't get over him being such a dick to just, like, people out in the wild. They don't deserve to suffer, this guy.
For the exam...
They deserve better than having to deal with this fucking menace in their town.
And the rabies vaccine today, it's $109. Okay?
Okay.
But if we do the blood work, it's $450.
Oh! You see how crazy that is? I leaned in and I had big bugged out eyes. That's better than any argument I could possibly make. He would then go on to spend over $1,000 on fighting game joysticks.
How does this vet know if he didn't have to get emergency blood done at a different vet between this 3 years going to this vet? They don't Jasper like you do, Phil.
Such a human cartoon. Yeah, like blood work. Like, it's not some huge, intrusive, intensive procedure. They just take the blood. That's all they do.
What?
They take the blood and run tests on it, Phil.
And I was like,
what?
$150. But there's nothing wrong with him. Why do I...
But you don't know. Oh, God. Steve the Dead. R.I.P. made like a 7-hour-long video about this, and he was just saying over and over again, like, you don't know what's wrong with the cat until you get the blood work. There could be things that are beneath the surface that you can't see with your own two eyes, especially not you, the least observant person on the entire planet. Like, he could have cancer, leukemia, a lot of untreated things. You talk about how he pukes all the time. Maybe that's something that needs some examination.
I need to do $350 blood test, right? But this...
Like, there's blood cancer. There's all kinds of things you can detect.
Vet...
That's why it costs so much, because they run so many tests on it.
Is actually, like hard selling me on getting this blood test. Like, he's not sick.
You don't know that.
And she kept pushing it. She's like, no, really, I'm telling you, I'm recommending you should... I was like... We're not doing the blood test, all right?
All right. I've got fighting game joysticks to buy, okay? I gotta have that in his head like a thought bubble.
This is ridiculous. Like, we're not doing this blood test. He came here for one thing. This is absolutely ridiculous.
You're ridiculous. You're literally ridiculous, as in you are able to be ridiculed. Like, the most ridiculous person I've ever encountered in life.
So, by the way, at this point, we don't even know.
We don't even know anything.
If he received his vaccine or anything. This vet told us nothing. So the vet says, all right, well, I'll be back. And goes into the back and disappears, I shit you not, for another 20 minutes.
Yeah?
20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would need at least that much after 1 minute around you, Phil. I would need to decompress. So I don't reach for the nearest scalpel and do some on-site surgery. On you.
And then
Uh-huh.
comes back again. Well, never comes back. We never saw the vet again. If that even was the vet. I don't know.
It could have been just some homeless bum who just wandered in and knew everything
Depending
about me.
on the age of the vet, she may have went back to ask, what
Yeah.
do I do?
Yeah.
To one of the senior
How do I
vets.
handle this? We got a 220 in the lobby.
Oh, there was nothing on the person that said they were the vet. Okay?
They had nothing on them that said they were the vet. They weren't even wearing the official veterinary costume.
Finally, the vet tech comes out again. So now we've been here almost 90 minutes.
Good. I'm glad they like went out of their way to just like not have to fuck with you.
Jasper's been in this carrier and he's very upset.
The amount is proportional to the amount of tests that they are going to perform. So if the price was too high, they're just doing a lot of checkups to see if your cat, like you love like a son, it doesn't have any sort of disease, or if he is all right. But hey, if Jasper is walking, he is fine, right? And that's the same thing. That's why the vet asked Phil if Jasper had any blood work, because he could have gotten it somewhere else. And they could have tested for certain things, and you could have been like, yeah, he did get blood work, and he came back like a negative for this and this and this and this. And if he told that to the vet, then the price that she would have quoted would have been a lot less. Like, the reason it's so high is because you don't have a history of any blood work with Jasper, which is highly concerning.
He hates being in the carrier, and he's been in here for 90 minutes. By the way, we weren't allowed into the room. If he even saw a room, I don't even fucking know, right? I have no clue. And,
Boy,
you know,
it sure does suck to have your time wasted, doesn't
Yeah.
it, Philip? It's like the vets and receptionists were giving you a level 1 podcast.
Yeah, and he deserves it. He deserves to be fucked with by the people around him so much.
What you want to talk about?
Like he deserves to have them keep him on hold. He deserves for them to just have him wait. Just like
Night and day experience. Last year, they're
like I hope his entire life just feels like everyone around him just hates him.
nice, they're kind. Within
Because it's true.
20 minutes, we're in an exam room. Jasper's out.
I don't know why people treat me differently than everyone else. It's almost like everyone hates me. And everyone is like, yes.
Out of the character. He out of the
Exactly. You get treated differently than everyone else because you're awful. You're an awful person who deserves bad service.
carrier. He's playing. He's enjoying
Go ahead and leave your review. All we have to do is read the name above it and be like, oh, it's that asshole. Good.
himself. He's having a good time, right? He
Right.
gets his vaccine, which is quick. We're out of there within 40 minutes. We're 90 minutes into yesterday's visit, and we don't even know what's happened yet. I was ready to walk out. Cat was very...
I was ready to just leave Jasper there and like, fine, I'll just get a new cat. I'll just get a new wife. She can stay.
very upset. She's like, I want to get out of here. This is absolutely ridiculous.
I want to leave. Cat's just like creating her own problems. I doubt it, Phil. I think she has her phone out or her, tablet, and she's playing Roblox while waiting for you to figure out how to just get Jasper his blood work.
As I said, if they don't come within 5 more minutes, we're leaving. And then they can figure out how to bill us. Because I've had enough of this. This is fucking ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. You're right. It is. That you as an alleged adult is having so much trouble with something that people with 70-point IQs can somehow manage to get done.
How we're being treated.
We're being
right?
treated bad.
So
we have to wait.
Finally, the vet tech comes out again, not the vet.
Again, this is a guy who has like no responsibilities whatsoever. He had nothing to do. He had all day to wait there. You know what I mean? Like there was no appointments he had to do after this. There was no deadline.
You're bussing me.
They're abusing me.
And says, all right, we're all set. I said, what do you mean you're all set? Well, we're ready to go. What do you mean you're ready to go? Did he get his vaccine? Oh, yeah, when we brought him.
God, and Kat is just sitting there just like trying to hide her eyes. Just be like,
So he's going to dine and dash a vet?
Right? And they can figure out how to bill me? Jesus Christ. They could just figure it out. This is a real story. Blows my mind. This got a lot of attention at the time, but not enough, in my opinion.
Back before, we examined him, we got him his vaccine, he's good to go. You didn't tell us. We've been sitting here an hour and a half. You never even told us.
This is such an El Crimson King moment here. Like, I think this is the moment that I decided I wanted to do this.
You didn't tell us. We've been sitting here an hour and a half. You never even told us that you did that, right? So I go up to the front and I pay for the exam of the vaccine, and they give me that tag that says that he's been vaccinated or whatever. And they hand me a ton of paperwork. Now, I don't know what any of this paperwork is, okay? Wouldn't know until I have a chance to read it. Now I said we got Jasper
What is
home.
this?
We had a ton of shit to do. We had to go grocery shopping. We had to do a ton of stuff.
We had to get food. We had to eat the food that we got after we got the food, and then eat it, and then I had to chop up the vegetables. You didn't have anything to do, bro. You didn't have shit to do. You're just like, guys, I gotta go because I gotta go eat food.
Grocery shopping, we had to do a ton of stuff.
Just the list of one, a ton of stuff, and all you can think of is just one thing. Cool.
We had a ton of shit to do. We had to go grocery shopping. We had to do a ton of stuff.
Well, if they did, you would have left without paying like you just said you would, so they clearly made the right decision.
He's just like holding up a list of things to do, and number 1 is food, and number 2 is blank, and number 3 is blank, and number 4 is blank.
So later that night, all right, I come home, and it's time. Let's read the paperwork. It's like 8, 9 p.m. now, right?
Time to read.
I start reading the paper.
You could have just read it in the car. Like, what were you busy doing in the car? Oh, yeah, WWE Champions.
Paperwork.
Did they not have good cell phone service reception in the veterinary office? You couldn't just sit there for like an hour and veg out on your Hogan cards? Oh, yeah, you were trying to hide it from Cat. That's right.
And
somehow
on the paperwork, all of a sudden, it says all this shit on the paperwork.
All this shit
never told us about. All right? Number 1,
she handed you a sheet of paper with all the things that she did on it. And you looked at the sheet of paper and you went, ugh, I don't know what this is. And then you went home and then you looked at the sheet of paper finally. For some reason, you couldn't read it in the car or any other time before that. And you're like, this is all the stuff that you did? Why didn't you tell me about it? And it's like, Phil, you had the sheet of paper with all the stuff that she did right in front of you when you were standing in front of you. All you had to do was look at the sheet of paper and ask that question then. Like, what? It just makes you realize, like, in these stories, he sounds like very assertive. You know what I mean? He sounds like he's incensed and righteously indignant, and he's like talking back to these people. That's what he tells you he's doing in these stories. But the reality is, like, he's probably way more meek and meager and mousy, and just like, okay, all right, whatever, okay, all right. No, I don't think so. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't right now. It's just like not in the budget. I just don't know. It's just like, because like even in the story that he's telling you, it's only when he gets home does he actually have any sort of reaction to what was done at this public place, because he didn't even look at the paperwork. He waits till literally after the last second to read it, and then he's like, what is this? What is going on? And so he had no clue what was going on at the time, you know?
Explains the whole vaccination process. It says last year he got his first dose. This year's the booster. Now that he got the booster, he doesn't need a rabies vaccine for 3 more years. So we don't have to worry about getting him back to the vet for his vaccine next summer. It's taken care of.
Like, dude. Okay. I know a lot of people love their pets, but at a certain point, don't you have to be like, I don't think my cat hangs around rusty nails all that often. I don't think rabies is going to be an issue. I'm going to go ahead and skip the 3-year rabies booster vaccine. Okay, I think we'll be fine. Like,
cool.
Whatever. Not everyone is like that.
We got 3 years to wait till 2026. Did the vet tell us that? No, never.
2026. What a year.
Explain. Another thing, and this really.
I wonder if he's
indoor cats, sure, but if they go outside, there's always the chance.
Sure. Always.
Tell us that? No, never explained. Another thing, and this really got me. Okay.
So wait. Okay, so
and it might be required by law to get the rabies vaccine.
I hate laws.
Him back to the vet for his vaccine next summer. It's taken care of.
So wait.
Booster. Now that he got the booster, he doesn't need a rabies vaccine for 3 more years. So we don't have to worry about getting him back to the vet for his vaccine next summer. It's taken care of. Cool. We got 3 years to wait till 2026.
Okay. I wonder if anyone is going to troll him and be like, hey, Phil, remember you need to get Jasper's rabies booster vaccine. Rabies vaccine booster. Jasper rabies vaccine booster real is going to show up in chat and he's going to crash out.
Did the vet tell us that? No, never explained. Another thing, and this really got me, okay?
What? No, I'm not going to fucking waste money. Fuck that.
There's something on there that we absolutely should have known. the vet didn't tell us. It says Jasper is starting to show early signs of a little bit of dental plaque. Now it's early. What you can do is you can do like dental treats.
This
you
is
buy
getting
cat
cut.
dental treats and things, and it'll actually start cleaning their teeth nicely. And as long as you do it regularly, it should not be a problem at all. He should be good. All right. But it even says on there, some cats, it doesn't actually help, using the dental treats, and long term they might need to get tooth cleanings. All right. So keep an eye on. The vet didn't fucking say that at all. Now after the vet appointment, during our day out, we went to the pet store.
Yeah, it just sounded like they just wanted to get rid of you.
They did tell you in the paper you were reading.
Right. If there were any questions, they right. You know what they did? They handed them the stack of paper, and they're like, "Here's all the information. Let me know if you have any questions." And then Phil was like, I just want to get out of here. I want to go get food. I have stuff to do, like food, and also food. And he just stormed out of there, like, in the most beta way possible.
Store. And we actually bought Jasper things. We could have bought him the dental treats, but we didn't know we needed to get them because
now we have to wait until the next time we're getting groceries, which is tomorrow.
The vet didn't fucking say anything.
Or next week, I guess.
Okay? So
no, sorry, Jasper, you're going to have to spend an entire week with plaque in your mouth because I didn't have the balls to ask my vet about the sheet of paper I was holding.
So literally, we went to the vet for an hour and a half. Jasper was seen for 5 minutes. And literally, the vet told us none of the information that we should have known while we were there and expected us to just figure it out later by reading this giant stack of fucking...
Isn't it weird how he always has to, like... In case you don't know what 5 is, check it out. Here's my hand. Hope you like it. This is the hand I used to beat off with. It's famous. It belongs in a museum.
Jasper was seen for 5 minutes.
Well, thanks. I couldn't count the 5. Now I know.
And literally, the vet told us none of the information that we should have known while we were there and expected us to just figure it out later by reading this giant stack of fucking paperwork that they gave us to go home with.
Phil, why are you so expressive with your hands? It's because I'm Italian. How much Italian? 25%.
Okay.
Okay. 25%, huh?
So,
typically when people call themselves Italian, they're not talking about 25%. I'm just saying.
After that, we're like, we are not going back to this vet. And it's a shame because we actually had a great experience with this vet last year. We thought the vet was great. Now that COVID was...
Also, I'm pretty sure if he did like a 23andMe, did like a chromosome test, it would find out that he's much less Italian than 25%.
Was over and you're able to go into the exam rooms with your pet again. We had a great time. He had a great time. I have pictures on my phone of Jasper having a blast at the vet last year.
And no,
Sir,
I'm not going
by
to
your
show them to
story,
you.
They asked you if you wanted more treatments.
Yeah.
You refused. They instead gave you additional paperwork explaining what they would like to do.
Yeah, like if you're already thumbs downing the blood work, they're not going to push more on
They
you.
did. Indeed. Continue to go back to that vet.
Did they?
I'm not even kidding. Let's see if I can find it.
Can you show it to the class?
Gotta go all
I'm
the
not
way
going to
back
fucking
here.
show my phone. And now you can see things in there you could use to fuck with my life even more. Fuck you, okay?
Almost.
That's what he said about WWE champions.
Here it is.
Okay. Can we see it? Can we see it too?
Here's Jasper at the vet last year.
I see a
and they
ring
let him
light.
into the exam room, and he was chilling on the counter. He's having fun.
Wow, I can tell. He's having so much fun. Does that look like fun to you? I don't know. DSP, are you having fun? Looks like the same expression.
He had a great time.
Woo!
You know, not in the carrier the whole time.
Right.
That was August of 2022. This year, it's like a completely different fucking place. Like, you know.
Okay, so August is when he needs the blood work, not this month, next month.
What happens to these places?
Or not the blood work, the rabies booster vaccine reel.
How is it that in a year they completely changed their entire process? Why did everyone else around us get to go into a room with their pet, but not us?
Look
Why
at
were
this photograph.
we rushed in and out for 5-minute exam, but kept there for 90 minutes? Why was the vet late? Because that's the truth. The problem is, I think, here's what I really think happened.
Oh, God. This is where it gets really good. Here's what I really think happened. Here's what I really think happened.
The vet is basically, we got the worst vet in the place, right? They were already late for work.
Okay.
So we had to wait extra just for the vet to show up. And then when they showed up, it was a rush job. Oh, he's just here for his yearly exam. All right, get him in quick. Let's do this fast. Okay, we're done. On to the next. Well, they're still here. Oh, shit, I got to go out there and talk to them. Oh, man. Oh, and I got to do my hair. And runs out in the sweat clothes. Hey, everyone. So just so you know, by the way, let's upsell on a $300.
Oh, my God. The fantasizing.
Blood test, and let's try to scam the fucking poor people out of $300 that we
those poor people those poor paupers, those poor brokies
definitely don't need to spend, but they're being idiots about it. You know what I mean? Like,
wait, so who's being idiots about it? You're being idiots because this is from their perspective, right?
And let's try to scam.
Let's try and scam
the fucking poor people.
The fucking poor people.
$300 that we definitely don't need to spend, but they're being idiots about it.
But they're being idiots about it. So they're still talking about you, right? You're being the idiots about not getting the blood work? What a great storyteller.
Hey, follow the bouncing ball. The price is down to $300.
Yeah, the price went down.
And let's try to scam the fucking poor people out of $300 that we
300. I thought it was 500.
Definitely don't need to spend, but they're being idiots about it.
But they're being idiots about it. So they're pointing at you as they say this.
You know what I mean? Like,
do you?
Oh, I made like no money on this visit today, so let's try to upsell them to make profit, right? It's exactly what it was.
I don't think that's how it works, Philip. I don't. Okay. What? Right.
A $300.
I think the money gets billed to the clinic and then they get paid a salary. But what do I know?
$100 fucking blood test. You know?
It's like a fucking bounty system. What the hell?
Like, are you out of your mind? So we're not going back. We're done. You know, and it's sad because, like I said, last year it was completely different. I felt like it was a great vet a year ago, and then somehow this all changed. You know, in the last year, and now it's a completely different business. Like, I would never go back there after that. That was such a horrible experience.
Where's the confirmation that he did go to the same place again?
Yeah, so that's it. So anyway, that was our experience, and it sucked because, you know, this is something that we were hoping.
Did it all change when the Fire Nation attacked?
All in all, with that taking so long and the driving, it was over 2 hours out of our day, and now we were way behind. So we didn't actually get to do everything that we were supposed to do or wanted to do yesterday. You know, we got maybe half the stuff that we wanted to do. We had a lot of things lined up, and we're like, well, we're too tired. We don't have time to do it. What are you going to do, right? So it is what it is. You know, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that that's how we were treated after having such a great experience last year. Out here, there's a lot of competition for pet health care. There's a ton of vets. There's a ton of these places. So
I feel like this story ended like 4 times already, but we just like it fades to black, but then it just pops back up and he just keeps talking.
Why they think they're going to do well in an environment when
it's just like he's such an insufferable person to be around. Oh my god.
You have
imagine like oh god.
Direct competition literally right around the corner.
I hate people who don't know how to end a conversation. They just keep going and going and going.
I don't get. But
okay, yeah, whatever. You made this exact same facial gesture expression like 5 times now, and you're just like, I don't know, whatever. So anyways, it really sucks because like last time I went there, it was nice and they treated me better, but like this time it's just like it's so fucking unprofessional. I'm just never gonna go back there ever again because of the way I was treated. So just like, you know, well, that's that. And it just sucks because like I went there last year and they just treated me so well. And you're just like, ah,
you know, we'll
see, I guess.
We'll see what happens moving forward. Hopefully, we find a better one.
Like, what do you want me to do about it? Please, I'll call them and I'll yell at them. I don't know. Leave me alone. God.
The ex-Mata says, do you ever thought to ask them why the visit went like that? Yeah, it's called customer feedback, which you're supposed to give after your visit. Oh, we're going to give it to them. Don't get me wrong. There's no we're going to give them the feedback that they deserve, and they're going to understand why we're not ever going there ever again after being treated like that. You
okay,
know?
Karen.
The point is, it doesn't matter why. The fact that it happened is bad enough. I don't care. Oh, it was an extenuating circumstance. Well, I don't want to be your extenuating circumstance. I want to go somewhere where I'm treated like everyone else.
What?
Not that we're the ones sitting in the waiting room for 90 minutes while everyone else got to go into a room, and we just sit here with our cat and our carrier for that time, and you don't do anything, and you want to upsell me on a $350 blood test. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And now we're back up to $350. The number just keeps changing. Ah!
Yeah, he's more upset he couldn't shop Uriler enough to his liking than his actual cat's health. Notice I said liking. He could still get what he wanted that day, but he just didn't, because probably the amount of people at the stores he goes scares him.
Just, okay, like you read in the paper from the vet, okay, Jasper is going to need like some dental chews because he's got a dirty mouth. Probably got it from his dad. So what? Go and get some, or like order some, man. Instead, you're like, they didn't fucking tell me about this. Ugh, I'm gonna leave some bad reviews on you. Snort.
So,
Phil, we've seen how you react when you're treated like everyone else, like when you're held to the same standard as other streamers.
Yeah.
So no, you do not want to be treated like everyone else.
Yeah, he wants to be treated like a king, always, everywhere, like as part of his mental illness.
Yeah, that's that.
That's that. Like, what, the 5th time?
And,
does it end here? Just place your bets.
You know, they'll get our feedback, and it is what it is. It sucked. It sucks to even have to talk about it, but, you know, something to vent about, something to tell you want to know about what happened on my day off. That's what happened on my day off, okay? All right. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about the schedule, okay? So, someone literally said the entitlement. Wow, you're a fucking idiot. You think that a consumer be asking to be treated like all the other consumers in the same business?
Those of you who wagered that the story was not over, enjoy your winnings.
And getting the money, you're getting what they pay for, getting a good experience, especially when there's competition in the area, you think that's entitlement. No, you're an asshole. You're a complete idiot. Go fuck yourself. Okay, if you give me 1 second, I gotta blow my nose about to sneeze, and then we'll talk about the schedule for the week.
I mean, it's literally just muted now. Bye. Well, then he comes back. It's all part of the video. It's all part of the video on demand.
I mean, it's a pretty dumb statement.
I downloaded this directly from his channel, by the way. This isn't like a third-party clip. I guess I'm taking everything out of context.
I mean, it's a pretty dumb statement, don't you think? That's like you say you go into a restaurant, a table.
Oh my god, it's not over!
Table of 4. You all order the same deal. 3 of you get your food at the same time, and it's all great quality. You have to wait an extra half hour to get your food, and when the food comes out, it's all fucked up, and then they want to charge you more for it than everybody else. But if you complain, that's entitlement. Wow.
That'd be a good analogy if that was anywhere close to what happened, but it wasn't. So,
some say he's still bitching about this vet visit to this day.
Yeah, I mean, next month it'll be the anniversary.
People on the internet are real smart when you say shit like that, right? Anyway.
Yeah, he got up, blew his nose, and while he was blowing his nose, he was trying to think of like the best restaurant-themed comeback he could come up with, and that's what he came up with.
You
Then he sat
demanded
down
to see a vet you didn't even know was assigned to Jasper or not, or even specialize in cat health because they were working with dogs, and you wanted to leave.
Yeah, like, and also this weird sort of autistic narcissism idea that he can tell what Jasper's emotional state is at all points, so he can look down and like see Jasper just kind of chilling. Maybe a little bit nervous, but Phil is like, oh my god, he's like freaking out. This is traumatizing him. He's never going to be the same again. Ah.
Okay, so.
Or I don't know. That would imply that he cares about anyone other than himself. I'm just spitballing.
Let's talk about the schedule for the week. So today, on the first stream here, I'm going to be trying out Luke in Street Fighter 6. Now, admittedly, I've not even used Luke at all in the game yet. Okay? So I don't even know what his normals are or whatever.
Okay, I guess that's where you end it. I guess the story is well and dead at that point. We're not going to go back into the vet story. I'll check, though. I'll see if he does bring it up again. Locale Live, what are they tweeting about? Boogie tried to ruin my wedding again. Also, I'm telling you, I can't watch videos on Twitter unless I have an account. And I've been banned, but we have the alternative, which is what? CancelX.com? I'm going to CancelX.com right now. Right now. Site can't provide a secure connection. Oh, X cancel, not cancel X. X. The cloud flared, and here we go.
Can show just cause why these two may not be joined together in holy matrimony.
He's bald! No. You know, you can't, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's customary to not wear a hat during your wedding.
Can show just cause why these two may not be joined together
He's
in
bald.
holy matrimony. Let them speak now or forever hold their peace.
I mean, I do think it's kind of bullshit to celebrate America's freedom by throwing your freedom away. That's what you're doing? You're throwing your freedom away.
You invited him, Keem, shut your gnome ass up.
Time to get out of here. Come on. Come on. I mean, it's fucking stupid, right? It's fucking stupid.
Don't you want to, like, one day get married to your little goblina? Or is that only allowed on other days other than the 4th of July?
Anyone else? Anyone else?
I'm supposed to believe this wasn't scripted.
Right.
Right.
They all discussed it ahead of time.
Come on. Come on.
Boogie was just
stupid,
trying
right?
to be funny.
That's fucking stupid.
And he wasn't.
Is Wings there? Did Wings even show up? Is he... Oh, shit. Click too fast. What a fun time we have. Because we're lolcows.
Guys. Boogie just started doing this out of the blue. It wasn't planned at all.
Well, he was so righteously indignant because obviously, why would you want to get married on the 4th of July? That's about independence, not getting married to people. This is the best gag you could come up with, Boogie. This is the best gag you could come up with. Nice. Yeah, he just wanted to be escorted out so he could eat all the craft services before everyone else had a chance to get to them. That's what it was. That's the real reason. Hold on, yeah, just escort me out of here. Okay, the food's this way, right? Basically. Wouldn't surprise me. We got enough tabs here.
What's up with y'all?
What's up?
Hopefully this video finds you in good spirits, and if not, well, at least you not DSP. You know, I was watching this last night and I caught a little segment where he was asked directly about Cat's involvement with the Pokemon cards. And all I could think to myself was, man, there's one thing about addicts. They love trying to turn other people into addicts. Many of us had that cousin, that friend, that uncle. Every time you went around,
you know what they say about addicts? Cyrax lives in one.
Them, they were trying to offer you something, a drink.
See, come on, Boogie, you need to get on my comedic level.
A blunt or whatever it was, right?
Level up.
And then they would try to convince you that you're somehow depriving yourself of something or losing some type of freedom because you won't partake. Not understanding that true freedom comes through discipline. So let's get into it.
Go laugh.
Urban style individual. The head says, does your wife get interested in the cards as well, or does she not get the appeal? So here's the thing. I think she gets it. She understands the appeal of it. She doesn't. Her impression is very similar to mine, where it's fun to do, but
imagine that.
You get a feeling it's fleeting. And
the way she feels is identical to how I feel.
Very valuable, right? It doesn't mean they're going to be in a year, 2 years, 5 years. The bubble could burst and it could all be devalued down to zero. That's what happened to me in the 90s with my comic book collection and all my other cards. I wouldn't be surprised if this happens again.
Now you notice the first thing he talks about.
What about your video game collection?
To value. Now he often portrays this as a hobby. Now, if this was a hobby the way he claims it is.
Also, like, there was no point where his comic book collection was worth a lot and then the value of it plummeted. Like, that never happened.
He would not care about the value. Now we know the value is at the forefront because every time he mentions cards, what comes next? He's talking about how much they are worth. But you see, Phil, this is why people call you a grifter. Because if you were actually passionate about this, or you were just in it for the hobby, You would not care about how much things were worth. You would do it regardless. There are people who have been in this hobby for 2 and 3 decades, and they've seen the ebbs and the flows. They've seen people come and go, and yet they persist because they were never there for the money.
Okay. But for now, it's fun to do. It's part of the streams. It's great, right? It's a new piece of content and people are really enjoying it. I made the offer to her. I said, hey, if you want to be involved in this, maybe we choose if we want to get a box for ourselves and we can actually open it and we can catalog the cards and put a binder together and see if we get any hits or whatever. And, you know, the offer is there. She hasn't taken me up on it. At first, she did seem interested. But then I guess maybe she was like, I don't know. See, we've tried different hobbies together.
You know why, Phil? You know what she was probably thinking about? Kat more than likely doesn't care about Pokemon cards or any of your other interests because you don't care about hers. So this is another situation where you're coming to her with something that you're into, that you're spending a lot of money on, because the barrier for entry to actually be into Pokemon cards, you have to spend a lot of money, right? And have to spend a lot of money consistently, money that you could have been spending on going to Japan, which is something she asked for a very long time ago. But here you are once again in her face with something that you care about, hoping that she cares about it.
Between
all the
this
while,
and that
you
4th
don't care
of
about
July
her
meal, I'm
interest.
convinced now more than ever they're just
together,
roommates.
We used to do tabletop gaming. We tried 1 or 2
that
tabletop
4th of
games
July
together,
meal.
different board games together.
That was crazy. It was literally just like a bag of frozen like vegetables. Just, I don't know, tossed in the microwave for a minute and a half. And then canned turkey chili dogs that DSP tried to sell as like homemade. Oh no, she actually put slow cooked the ground beef in the slow cooker and added a whole bunch of spices and everything. And just because it looks like Hormel chili doesn't mean it is. Isn't that crazy how like it looks like a really unhealthy meal, but when you actually have me explain it to you and tell you everything about it, suddenly it's like really, really healthy. This is keto bread that has like so much fiber, it doesn't even have any carbs, okay?
Kind of fun.
You're like, huh?
Do different things. We tried different things.
It's protein bread that gives you protein instead of carbohydrates, okay?
Like the tabletop thing we stopped just because.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Tabletop gaming is too time consuming. Like it takes sometimes upwards of 5 hours to finish a tabletop game.
Mimic.
We were like,
it's actually a steak.
This is too long. It's taking way too long of our day off. We don't want to do this.
I know it looks like 2 chili dogs, but it's actually a ribeye steak in disguise. Basically is what he was trying to sell people.
Lego was pretty nice. We did a Lego set that was like a nice, like really beautiful tropical parrot. And that one was like, maybe took us 2.5, 3 hours. It wasn't that bad. And it's nice. We have it right in we have it in our new room that we've decorated this year.
Sure. But all you're talking about are things that you're interested in.
I don't get like the new room decoration, man. I don't get that. It just seems like just a room that they decorated to look like it belongs in an expensive home, like an actual house. They just have the disassociation room that looks nothing like anywhere in the house, but they can affect the environment however they want, and also the temperature because everything else is a sweaty, like fart box.
Even mention one.
And also, it's also odd because that was Leanna's former bedroom, so we're just kind of like cannibalizing her space, I guess.
Time you asking her what she's interested in and you partaking in that. All of these things are money making schemes that you hope she cares about, so you feel better about doing it around the house when you're not on stream, because we know misery loves company.
That's part of the artistic stuff in there. So that was nice. But you know, how long would it take to just sit and open an entire box of cards and not just open them, but catalog them, meaning you're getting a binder together and you're putting it in order, what quality, right? You're trying to see if you actually have the entire set or an entire regular deck.
Photoshop LTG in the closet LMFAO.
So, like I told you, the offer is there, but she hasn't taken me up on it yet. Doesn't mean she won't. Like, I think out of all the boxes that we've opened together, I actually think that perfect order box that has like Meowth and Clefairy and those pilk.
This is so pathetic. It really is. Because the measure of a man is your ability to remove obstacles consistently, not introduce new ones. All he's doing is showing her his hobbies and things that are going to drain money, which in her mind translates into, I'm never going to Japan. This is what this is about, Phil.
Pokemon might be a nice one that she would enjoy because it seems to have a lot of nice Pokemon. It's not like vicious, brutal, violent Pokemon. It's more nice Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? She'd really like that box a lot better, I would think, but I don't know.
Huh?
Thank you. King Michael likes my shirt. I appreciate that, King Michael. I don't know if you mean this shirt or this shirt, but either way, thank you. Okay? Are you serious? Spoon says, I ripped some packs with my wife. Let me tell you, the luck is real because she gets amazing hits. Wow.
Now I want you to look at his eyes. Now, what do you think is going to be the next topic of discussion when he talks about Cat and he's talking about Pokemon cards? Because you know he's tearing her ear off talking about this shit. Now he's going to introduce a new ploy to try to get her into it. Look,
I hope
if
you guys
the wife joins, our chances of quote unquote
hope you
getting
guys like the new intro. I worked on a little new animation here very quickly in Grok before going live. Just took the typical look. Which one is it? This one. I took this one and fed it in and tried to make it look more summer themed, which is why the background says get a tan in summer as opposed to back here like what we say to Phil. Yeah, animated it, looped it in Premiere so it loops correctly. Doesn't jitter between one loop to the next. It's kind of cool. I like the amount of just ink work and detail with it. It would take so long to make this manually. Being able to whip this up together so quickly is just a sign of our times, I guess. It's quite a powerful tool.
the hit goes up? It's pathetic.
No, I'm not interested in doing the real TCG game right now, Live Will. Like, everyone keeps asking me, well, you're collecting these cards for like a month and a half now. Are you ever going to play the game?
And Grok, just today I noticed, you can generate 15 seconds. It was, before it was only like 6 seconds or 10 seconds. Now, today, 15 seconds is an option.
I'm honestly
It's
not
pretty
too
crazy.
interested in learning how to play the game. I like collecting them. I like opening them. I like cataloging them. Like, I have binders now for all the sets that I've opened. And I'm building the binders as we open the cards together live. But I don't have any like desire to really play the actual game. In fact, someone even said, why are you giving away the digital codes? You could be saving them for yourselves and having your own collection. And I was like, because I don't really need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already have the physical collection. I don't also need the digital collection. And if it's a way for me to give back to my viewers, I feel like that's a nicer thing to do than keep it for myself. So
His logic, if you can call it that, makes absolutely no sense, because what he's essentially doing is stockpiling or doomsday prepping for an event that's never going to happen. It makes no sense. This is essentially an arms race for a war that's never coming. This would be like us playing a video game and grinding our ass off for hours on end to get dope gear to fight a boss that doesn't even exist.
This is beautiful
But this is
considering
the
the hate boner
hallmark
he has
of
for physical
addiction.
games.
It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to feel good. And then you see at the end there, he tried to throw in there that he was doing something for his fans. No, his fans were not at the forefront of his mind. He first made sure that he could get absolutely no use out of those codes. And then he threw it in the trash. It wasn't until people later on told him that his fans could potentially get something out of it that he eventually changed his mind. But trust, he was not thinking about you at first, even though he expects you to think about him all the time. It just goes to show you every relationship that he has in his life is one-sided, with him being the beneficiary, and it's transactional. And his overall just frame of thought. Think about how much money he spent on Pokemon cards. Phil, that would have been a nice first class seat. That would have been a nice hotel or Airbnb. That would have been a couple nights out for dinner with you and your wife. Y'all could have had a blast. Nobody would have known about it. You could have actually taken some real time off. The truth is, Phil, you really should be a millionaire. As undeserving as you are, that's the truth. But instead of living your life in its fullness, you've decided to appeal to the lowest version of yourself and keep feeding that demon that appears to have complete control over you. It's pathetic. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Thank you, Urban Style. Spitting truth. It's true. Ah, nice. I feel good about appealing my demonetization. I hope that turns out. Hope that works out. Smelly locales. The state of the video game industry. Madman Ben Garrison from the Gamer of Mars. We're going back and watching a little bit of his older documentaries that aren't too recent, but Gamer from Mars puts out good stuff. I haven't found a stinker yet. And this is Dances with Ghosts talking about an individual that we mentioned a little while ago, the LARPing video game nerd.
Most people who view this channel,
and it's out of sync,
are around my age, so says the statistics of my YouTube's back end. Yeah, that's hot. Look at that back end. Oh yeah, that's hot. When this video was first posted in my Discord, I thought, well, gee willikers, there's a kid out there totally ripping off the angry video game nerd.
Damn it! Not only could I not save Ryan, but now I couldn't save Polanski.
Well, sadly we don't have time to mourn the loss of our friend, as we yet have another wave of Japanese coming straight for us.
It's time to send this prick back to hell.
But it was only until I did further research that apparently LARPing, as your favorite YouTuber 10 years ago, as in 2016, is some kind of trend or challenge, as they might say on the ticking of the talking.
1 week ago, this creator named Larpiplier started posting videos parodying OG Markiplier.
Hello everybody, my name is Larpiplier.
And from there, things quickly got out of hand, as other people started jumping into LARP as their favorite OG creators, like LARPGun0, Mr. LARP 6000.
We need LARP-side Phil.
LARP Alert Nation!
And now we have an entire alternate universe of 2016 YouTube,
not
which is
LARP-side
really
Phil.
funny because at the beginning of the year, everyone was saying 2026 would be the new 2016, and this might just be the best example of that. Social media has changed a lot since 2016, and in a feed full of optimized content and AI slop, the LARP universe feels refreshingly stupid. It's a callback to the era where the internet felt less serious, and creators built audiences
And
around
LARP.
weird inside jokes, low-effort videos, and would just create content
Game
because
Dude
it
was
was
the
fun,
better
which is
LA
much
artwork.
needed in
He
2026.
LARPed as a
This
Yandere
brings us to
boyfriend.
the LARPing video game nerd. He's a kid who, I'm not even sure is old enough to drink alcohol, who is LARPing, or live-action role-playing, as James Rolfe back in his glory days.
What the hell am I looking at here? Anyways, let's start this.
Well, if it pisses him off, it might be worth it.
To hell with this. I don't want to play this
LARPwig World
anymore.
Order.
Who'd be LARPing me?
Oh, come on. I can't end it here. Are you kidding me? What the?
6-7?
I already got the platinum? Jeez. You know...
This is a
who would
shitload
even
of
enjoy
fuck.
playing this shit? Like, the irate LARPer wouldn't even make a video on this. Hell, even LARP dude wouldn't play this.
He doesn't
shit.
have the
This has been quite
the
a sight
energy.
to observe, and I kind of want to break down this dude's attempt at the AVGN.
He needs to be
Stick
a little
around,
bit more
there it goes.
into character.
As I said, this video was brought to my attention in Discord when apparently this guy's second episode, LARPing as the nerd, yielded him nearly 200,000 views and thousands of new subscribers that he otherwise would have never received. This guy has faithfully photoshopped the LARP title into all of James Rolfe's old title cards and even faithfully recreated
You
the
are now
old Mike
imagining
Matei
LARP Kara.
thumbnails, logos, profile picture, and even a variation on the theme
Where
song.
bad LARPers burn. LARPers,
He's
you
gonna
don't have to,
take
oh my god.
you back to the past.
Dustborn.
To LARP some shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have Mark Ruffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat a beef and cheddar at Arby's and down it with beer. He's the angriest LARPer you've ever heard. He is LARPing the Nintendo nerd. He's the Xbox and PlayStation nerd. He's the LARPing video game nerd.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I laughed out loud, which is more than I can say about any modern AVGN episode. This guy also kind of sort of captured the essence of old AVGN.
You know what? I'm in the mood to play a good game today.
I'm importing a lot of stuff here.
Hotline Miami. This looks fun.
Proper Niher Manham? Hotline Miami.
What the hell am I looking at here? Anyways, let's start this.
There's the naivete paired with the tongue-in-cheek knowing nature of how ridiculous this premise is without overdoing it, which is arguably James Rolfe's biggest crime in modern day AVGN videos.
Ban
time you just slam that fucking treasure chest on the counter. There's one gold coin just spinning around as the cashier awkwardly stares.
James just can't be that young, pissed off 20-something-year-old anymore. And that's what gave his old videos so much of that spark that is missing now.
Like, geez, there's 4 buttons right in the front of the controller. Look, that's not enough to work with. Instead, they have to, like, program it, like, all into, like, weird kind of crazy button combinations and shit. It's like, what were they thinking? It's like, up is jump, select for the grappling hook. Select shouldn't even be part of the game. Select should be, like, for the menus or something. I mean, geez, like, were they trying to just ruin this game? Just flat out just fuck it up? Well, they did. Batman Forever, it sucked back then, and it sucks forever.
The LARPer even looks like a bastard child of James Rolfe if he accidentally impregnated some groupie back in 2007 at some game convention. That was a joke, by the way. I'm not saying that actually happened. James Rolfe, as we all know, did not hit puberty until 2008. I mean, make no mistake, this is very Gen Z coded.
Time for you to meet your maker.
But of course it would be if James were doing the nerd for the first time in 2026. There seems to be attempts at similar camera work as done in an authentic AVGN episode, but I honestly have to give the win to James still, as this guy, though decent, still doesn't quite possess the 10,000 hours of experience that James already had before he even made one episode of the AVGN. But, I mean, aesthetically, he's got it down, from the shirt to the pants, the glasses, the beer, and I can't reiterate enough that this guy comes about as close to a Gen Z James Rolfe lookalike as you're going to get. Before this guy started his whole AVGN LARPing, he was like most video game-based YouTubers, just kind of toiling in obscurity, with maybe some of the videos doing okay. I know he had one video that hit over 100,000 views, which is huge for a small YouTube channel, or really any channel for that matter, including mine. And not to mention, I also LARPed as James Rolfe at one point, as we all do.
This yellow sack of syphilis is called Mohawk and Headphone Jack. This putrid pile of possum puke is enough to make me want to diarrhea sand spurs out of my dick hole.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Anyway, digging through this dude's pre-AVGN LARPing, he just seems goofy and kind of naturally adept at being funny while not being a tryhard.
This game was developed by Makesum Vishkonaski, trading as Indie Games 3000. And as you can tell by the reviews, this upcoming studio could be the next From Software. Anyways, all jokes aside, this game is just a soulless cash grab. I mean, you can just tell by looking at all these screenshots that this game is just a Unity asset flip. And to make matters worse, they even used AI images for their game. It's just...
Ashley Graham!
Oh,
I'm here to help.
Son of a bitch. I gotta do this puzzle again. Oh my god.
I don't know. I laughed at some of this shit, which is something I can't say about most YouTubers who try to be funny. There's a difference between being laughed at and someone who is in on the joke. And this guy seems to be somehow or another in on the joke. He's done 3 episodes LARPing as James Rolfe as of this recording, and he seems to have the cadence, rhythm, and even facial expressions down. He's also very Canadian.
Tries to smoke us out of the building.
Come on out, you bastard.
Now that Reznov is pulling us out of the sewer,
everyone said that the lights were out.
He also throws in clips that would have never made it into an AVGN episode, which I find funny just on principle.
I'm sorry. Is that a schlong I see?
Oh, nigga, you gay!
At the same time, his script isn't as tight. He uses the same words in a less creative way, in a way that James never really would have done.
You want the smoke too?
Ah, shit!
Yeah, you want the smoke too?
Yeah, old man, you want the smoke?
So what, you want the smoke too? Oh yeah, old man, you want the smoke too?
But the game choices so far have been, for the most part, kind of a breath of fresh air. It's like if James Rolfe still gave a fuck to even look into what new cringy games he could have fresh takes on. Like, for instance, the LARPer's review of a game that was solely based on that ridiculous 6-7 meme that first graders latched onto.
You've gotta be frickin' kidding me. They're really turning anything into a video game nowadays. 6-7? Really?
6-7. A quick reaction game inspired by the 6-7 meme. React at the exact right moment or it's over. Simple, fast, and all about pure reflex. Yeah, reflex my ass. So, I guess the question now is the game gonna be good? Or is it gonna suck?
I feel like a decade ago, these were the things that kept people coming back to watch new AVGN episodes. But James just ran out of passion and new ideas, which has resulted in something that resembles more of a self-parody these days than anything else. But with the positives come the negatives. Sure, this guy did a pretty damn faithful LARP of AVGN, but there are certain inherent differences that still remain. First, and I know I'm nitpicking, but he doesn't quite have the tightness in editing that James oftentimes did. His eyes are often seen going off screen to perhaps look at a script. The episodes in general don't have the tight editing and various lighting effects that James brought from his background in amateur filmmaking, but most importantly, at the end of the day, the LARPer's style is more like playthrough videos with some funny commentary peppered in rather than full-fledged skits. Now, the first episode of LARPing as James Rolfe was right in the wheelhouse at under 5 minutes, but the episodes that followed just reminded me of playthroughs where you have to watch almost every single bit of the game without the tight cuts, jokes, and voiceover work to break up the monotony. Episodes 2 and 3 are very long-winded, and the gag starts to get old after a while, despite how decent of an attempt the LARPing video game nerd does at making it entertaining. It kind of gives you an appreciation for James Rolfe's early understanding of brevity and leaving the audience wanting more. This was, of course, before all of the brand deals and other bullshit that would go on to ruin the flow of modern-day AVGN episodes. Overall, this is kind of an interesting experiment, and I think this guy can get the job done in a lot of ways. I gotta say, I laughed out loud more to these few episodes than I have to any of James Rolfe's AVGN episodes in at least the last several years. This dude, in some way at least, boiled down and synthesized what made the AVGN popular back in the 2000s, and I'll be interested to see how he moves going forward, regardless of whether he keeps doing the nerd or not. Anyway, that's about all I have to say about this curiosity, but I do wonder, what YouTuber would you LARP as from 2016? I gotta say, for me, it would probably be, I don't know, Pat the NES Punk, since his podcast was on constant rotation for me at the time, or perhaps JonTron. And I know this was a challenge or a thing for like a month, and this is probably outdated, but whatever. I don't care. It still exists. Anyway, have a good time.
Good video.
Have a good time. Whatever. Have a good rest of your night.
Have a good time with your life. Have the time of your life. Hope you did. But this a LARPing video game. Big ups LARP Sean. Big ups dancing with LARPs. We're not only here for the lolcows. Sometimes we are. Sometimes we're just
Morning,
here
everybody.
for the
How are y'all doing today? I'm doing great, and I hope you all are having a great 4th of July. And if you're not American, then, well, I mean, it's still the 4th of July, but it's just not a celebratory day for you. Whatever. Happy 250th anniversary to the USA. Here's to 250 more.
That could work.
If humanity even lasts that long. Because based on the tweets I found that we're going to go over in today's video, I think we are actively devolving as a species. And we might not survive the next century simply due to lack of intelligence. Now, in case you missed it, 2 days ago, I made a video making fun of PlayStation fanboys who were defending the fact that Sony is officially killing physical gaming, at least on their own systems. And in the last few videos I've made talking about this issue, I've made it a point that this is almost a universally united cause. Almost everybody hates this decision. Sony is still getting ratioed into oblivion. Everybody is still talking about this, and PlayStation has still not posted anything on their Twitter account since this announcement 3 days ago. It has now been 3 days of dead silence, which I don't remember how long it took for them to start being active again after they went silent because everybody got pissed at them for shutting down Bluepoint. But I think it's safe to say we're going to be breaking that silence record here. And honestly, their silence just speaks volumes. They know people don't want this. They know this is a scummy move, and yet they're going through with it anyway. Like, why? At this point, it genuinely just feels like they're doing this to be evil. Like, this is some Dr. Evil or Skeletor stuff, where they're just doing bad things because they're the bad guy. Look, I try not to go go too much into the whole narrative of, oh, corporations are evil, because at the end of the day, you know, there is a reason I like to think that they're making most decisions, even if they negatively impact consumers. But this just feels outright evil. Like, this feels almost on the same level as Nintendo just shutting down charities, because those charities didn't get their permission to use their game or whatever. Anyway, I made the video talking about PlayStation fanboys a few days ago, and this is the follow-up, because if you can believe it, I found even more. And so I figured we could take some time today, especially since I don't have anything else going on, but clearly you don't either because you're watching this, to point and laugh at consumers who are actively okay with the death of options for consumers. Because as we all know, options are such a terrible thing. We couldn't possibly have that. Anyway, real quick before we get into this, if you keep coming back to the channel and you enjoy the videos and you haven't subbed yet, then consider subscribing. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this. First off, this guy just posts a meme saying, Valve stopping PC physical games 15 years ago versus Sony stopping physical games in 2028. And it's blind Bart versus Bart being super observant. Hey, idiot, you want to know why Valve stopped making physical games? It's because the hardware stopped supporting discs. This is like if PlayStation does commit to being all digital, like no more disc drives, and then somebody got mad at Capcom for not making a physical version of Resident Evil 10 or whatever. They are a third party. Steam is not a computer brand. Sure, they make their own devices, but they never like made their own line of desktops or laptops or anything. You're getting mad at a company who doesn't make hardware, or at least didn't back then, for not making physical copies of games when all PCs had shifted away from that. Sony, on the other hand, are the ones making the consoles. It is entirely within their control whether they keep physical games around or not as an option. Why would Valve keep making physical copies of their games if modern computers for the last like decade and a half have not had disk drives? This is just such a false equivalence, and you're either talking in bad faith or you just genuinely have no idea what you're talking about. Although it honestly could be both. Like, console fanboys can't even pretend to have an argument anymore. How is a group as lowly as console fanboys falling off? I didn't even think that was possible, but whatever, next tweet. I really don't give a F about discs. I'm a grown-ass man. My collection of discs ended with my teenage years. Tech is growing and it was inevitable for digital to take over discs. That gaming chair you sit on 24/7, get up, go get a job, and pay your Wi-Fi/internet monthly as a responsible grown man or woman. Stop crying about disc, old Fs. Okay, so apparently you just cannot like discs if you're above a certain age. This dude says he's a grown-ass man and that's why he doesn't care about discs anymore. So what is it? Once you hit 18 years old, you're just not allowed to care about physical media? And yeah, tech is growing. That doesn't mean digital has to replace physical.
My favorite, the Urza. You got the Urza badge. I'm animating in the background. I don't have enough to show yet, but I should have some to show in a bit. Look at the dancing emotes. Look at them dance. It's pretty cool. Let's do a costume change.
They can both simultaneously exist to give customers more options for how they want to consume their favorite media. This argument is just so dumb, like, oh, digital's bigger than physical, therefore get rid of physical. No! Why don't we keep both around as options? Especially when you consider that physical games are the only form of competition on console market.
This one is good, it doesn't move very well when animated.
Places, and that without them, the only way you can buy your digital games is through the PlayStation Store, meaning Sony has complete and total control over pricing and you have to pay whatever they say. You have no alternatives that would make them want to compete for your money. And then, dude, how did we manage to make an argument about the death of physical media about being broke? This dude said, get a job so you can pay for internet. Newsflash, dude, almost everybody has internet. But guess what? Some people live in areas where it's not as good, even if they do have a lot of money to pay for it. And some people just want the option to exist, again, for the sake of competition. It's GTA fanboys all over again. You don't want to pay $100 for GTA? Then you're broke. Oh, you don't want physical media to go away? You're obviously broke and can't afford internet. Just look at this, for example. This is my internet speed. and I still have a problem with physical media going away. Do you see how those two things aren't correlated at all? Again, could that be the issue that somebody has with it? Yes, absolutely. But for most people, this is just about having options. All right, next up, this guy's replying to somebody who's telling people cancel your PS Plus subscriptions, cancel your GTA 6 pre-orders, all that stuff. He says, I will not cancel my PS Plus sub. I did pre-order GTA 6. I love physical, but if that's where PS wants to go, I'm okay with it. Those not happy, just don't buy it. There we go. We got another one. We're filling out the bingo card here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not happy, just don't buy it. Okay. I'm not buying it. I don't know what it is in this situation. I'm assuming you mean like the PS6. But yeah, I'm not buying it. Anyway, back to complaining, because this is complete BS. And dude, there is no way you love physical if you're okay with them doing this. You should be up in arms pissed about this if you truly love physical. Even if you don't love physical, like me, I don't love physical. I don't have any insane attachment to it, but you should still be upset about it. Or at the very least, you shouldn't be defending it. You should never be okay with options being taken away from you. And people like you who claim to love physical, yet are completely fine with the death of physical gaming, are exactly what are wrong with this industry. And telling people to just not buy it is the ultimate cop-out. Like, wow, thank you so much for this revolutionary idea. This does not solve the issue in any way. Anyway, next up, this guy says, it's okay to buy digital games only. It's okay to buy physical games only. It's okay to buy both. It's not okay to not have a choice. Yes, thank you. This is exactly what I'm saying. Like me, for example, I'm a PC gamer. I have been all digital for the last 5.5 years. And I still take issue with this situation because guess what?
You finish on like
should always be there, something. But not according
500 something if you don't take out YouTube's cut, which is like half of what he got last year.
To this guy says it's not okay to buy physical. Like, grow up already and ask your mom for her credit card, losers. I'm sorry. Who are you to decide that it's not okay to buy physical? What is wrong with that? No. Genuine question. What is wrong with buying games physically? I want to know. Also, grow up and ask your mom for her credit card? Sir, I don't know how to tell you this, but most people who buy physical games still do it with a credit card because a lot of people get their physical games through Amazon, and in order to purchase something from Amazon, you need to have a credit or a debit card. Unless you have a gift card, but in most cases, people are using their credit cards. Genuinely, what are you talking about? Like, okay, guys, apparently it's not okay for you to buy physical discs. You there right now, do you have physical games at your house? Do you not want physical media to die? Well, too bad. You're not allowed to have those games. That is not okay. You should be ashamed of yourself. How could you possibly sit there and have a preference to consume media in a different way than this guy? You truly make me sick. In fact, you know what? You should be grateful to Sony for getting rid of physical media because it's not okay, and they're taking a step to make sure that ends. All right, next up, this guy's quote tweeting a meme that says that everybody's gonna go to PC after the all-digital PlayStation, and he says, tell me how the F this makes sense. Obviously referring to the fact that PC is all digital, and oh, if you care about physical media so much, why would you go to PC? Because there's actual digital competition on PC. There are dozens of storefronts, each with advantages and disadvantages. You have the Epic Games Store, Battle.net. Steam is obviously the most popular because it's considered the best by a lot of people. If you want true digital ownership, you have GOG, where you don't have to worry about licenses or DRM or anything like that. Not to mention, GOG actively encourages you to make physical backups of your digital games that you buy from them. If you are going to be forced into an all-digital future, you might as well be on PC, because at least there you have options and true digital ownership. That is why that makes sense. But you know what? Actually, I just saw something that makes complete sense. Zoom and enhance. GTA 6 profile picture. All right, there you go. I should not have been expecting much brain activity from this guy. All right, this next one is a 4-parter, but we're only going to read the first 2 parts because those are the only ones relevant to this video and the only ones I can actually properly respond to. So he starts off by saying, I understand the frustration, but let's be realistic. This isn't just a Sony decision. It's the natural evolution of technology. Gaming has evolved from cartridges to CDs, DVDs, Blu-ray, and now digital. Okay, but again, why can digital and physical not exist side by side. This isn't like CDs to DVDs to Blu-ray where it's all still physical, but you have to upgrade the physical disc for more storage capacity and whatnot. Digital and physical in games have existed alongside for, what, over 2 decades at this point? There's no reason to stop now. Unless, of course, you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation who wants full control over what people, quote-unquote, own. And that's exactly what's happening here. Sony just wants control. There's no other reason for them to do this besides that. Also, name me another industry where physical media is dead now. Vinyls have made a massive resurgence recently in music. DVDs and Blu-rays are still made for movies. This is pretty much just a Sony decision. Like, they don't have to do this, but they're hoping that people will be gullible enough to think, oh, well, this is the end time for physical media. We're going all digital anyway, so this was inevitable. Maybe it is inevitable, but it didn't have to happen now. And we can always delay the inevitability by pushing back against it. Like, we don't have to just sit here and take it. But he continues on. He says, today's games are bigger, more connected, and often receive updates, DLC, and expansions long after release. In many cases, the disc is no longer the complete game. It's simply the starting point. Okay, but why can't we still have that starting point? Like, yes, there's going to be digital-only DLCs that get released. That doesn't mean we should get rid of the base game being on a disc. Also, games often receive updates. You do realize that one of the advantages of physical media, where the full game is on the disc, is that you can avoid those updates if you want to. Like, especially for single-player games, if you want to play the game in its 1.0 state, pop the disc in and disconnect your console from the internet. That's actually something I've seen people do in Dark Souls 3 challenge runs when they need to like access a glitch or something that gets patched out later. They disconnect their console from the internet and just put the disc in and they're on the 1.0 version. And by today's games are bigger, I'm assuming you mean they take up more space. Okay, so then put them on multiple discs. We have been doing this now for over a decade. GTA 5 on the Xbox 360 came on 2 discs. Red Dead Redemption 2 came on 2 discs. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 was on 2 discs. The game being too big is not an excuse. You know what? I'm actually doing some research right now. It looks like multi-disc games actually go back into the 90s. That's insane. I actually didn't know that. So yeah, there you go.
Oh
It's
yeah,
even
Final
less valid.
Fantasy.
We have been doing
7.
multi-disc releases for like 3 decades at this point, even before digital was an option. This is not an excuse. Anyway, let's end on one that genuinely had me shaking my head when I first read it. This guy says, if they ban you from PSN, you lose your digital library. Look up the difference between licensed and owned. And this dude quote tweets and says, if you get hit by a car and die, you lose your digital library too. What? There is no way we are trying to equate someone getting banned from PSN and losing all their games because they were forced to go all digital to dying and not being able to play video games anymore because you're dead. This tweet doesn't even make sense because if you get hit by a car and die, you don't lose your digital library. The library is still there. It's just you can't access it because you're dead. Unless PlayStation bans you when you die, which honestly, given their other policies, wouldn't even surprise me that much. Like I said before, we've just given up on arguments at this point. It's just, oh, well, if you die, then you can't play video games anymore. Which, I'm not even lying, that was the argument that some dude was making for why GTA 6 should be $100. I remember it. I think it was the dude I covered in that one video, Marlon, or whatever his name is. I'm pretty sure he said, like, you should be grateful to be alive to witness GTA 6, so why is $100 a big deal? We haven't gone off the deep end. We've gone into the Mariana Trench. Thankfully, I know how to swim, so I'm getting the hell out of here. With all that being said, guys, that is all I've got for this video. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Sony will reverse this decision, or do you think that they'll try to get away with it still? Do you think they're just gonna, like, come back to Twitter and just act like nothing happened and try to move on? Because I don't know if they can. Like, closing Bluepoint was one thing, but this is literally
I can't tell if it's rage bait
Either way,
or they're
thank you all
just
so
that
much for
stupid.
watching. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more, join us every Friday night on the gaming channel for gaming streams, and consider becoming a channel member if you want Discord access and awesome emotes, and I will catch you all next time.
Thank you, Klutzy King. I don't know what to say, I guess. I was listening to the Medicare stream from last night, and he was talking about the decline of video games as well, and it's like, yeah, it does all seem pretty inevitable. Don't know what to say about it.
Hey, what's up guys, Rick here. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the dark situation involving State of Decay 3. This is a game that is not released yet. However, a lot of people are celebrating the downfall of its studio. They're essentially saying you reap what you sow. Not because of the gameplay or any previews of this game, rather because of the people they worked with in its development. Now you can see Xbox is reportedly considering shutting down Undead Labs, the developer of State of Decay 3, and people are cheering this on because they worked with Zoe Quinn. Now Zoe Quinn is not just a feminist who injected all of her woke nonsense into the gaming industry, working alongside people like Anita Sarkeesian. She is also someone with a very troubled past, including allegations that she essentially traded her body to members of the industry in the games journalism scene for positive reviews of her game. But even darker than that, there was allegations made by Zoe against another developer who shortly after took his own life. Allegations that have not been proven in any form even 7 years later after they were made. So yes, a lot of people are disgusted that anyone in the industry would have the nerve to hire someone like this. So now I'm going to give you a brief rundown of her history and give a little more depth to it so you can understand why people are so repulsed by this woman. So back in 2014, Zoe Quinn created a game called Depression Quest. Now this game out of the gates got sterling reviews from a lot of people in the industry and a lot of games journalists for reasons that'll be very obvious in just a second. But when it comes to a Depression Quest, you could have just gone to her social media around the time where she was constantly whining about how terrible her life is, how miserable she is, and how much she is affected by trolls and men and all these awful people who are coming after her. But of course, this sort of rhetoric was great for the Gamergate era, which she was a core part of. Back in 2014, she was alongside Feminist Frequency, trying to demonize men in the industry. Her impact is a very real one on the industry. In fact, she spoke alongside the founder of Feminist Frequency, Anita Sarkeesian, before the UN, trying to again attack men in the industry, and both of their impact on the industry is a very real one. These are two very ridiculous, insane individuals, but their impact is something that needs to be recognized, and it's one of the reasons why the industry is what it is today. Now, things would take a very sharp turn for Zoe Quinn about 10 years ago when one of her ex-boyfriends would come forward with a long post documenting with evidence his allegations that during their relationship, Zoe Quinn cheated on him with a multitude of men, including men in the gaming industry and games journalists. And he alleges that some of this was done to basically exchange her body for positive reviews of her game, Depression Quest. In fact, she even slept, allegedly, with her own boss, who was a married man. She knew about that. And she even slept with a Kotaku journalist, according to this ex-boyfriend. Talk about falling very low. That is a real Depression Quest, doing something like that with a Kotaku journalist of all people. But of course, this is the dark part of the story, where in 2019, Zoe Quinn made sexual assault allegations against a developer known as Alec Holoka. And he was immediately severed from his studio that he was the co-founder of. He was completely removed while these allegations were being processed. And tragically, only days later, Alec would take his own life. This was a man with a well-documented history of mental health struggles and someone who was a victim of abuse himself. And when things were investigated further, the allegations, well, they almost instantly fell apart. People started looking at Zoe Quinn's allegations,
his sister turned on
her
him and
stories,
pissed on his grave.
her public posts,
Yeah,
and
I think
things
the
were
sister
not adding up. In fact,
I think the sister turning against him was before he took his life. But yeah, basically, even his own family didn't believe him, which is very tragic.
not a single detail of her story has ever been verified. Nothing has been proven. Here we are 7 years later, and still there has not been one thing proven in her allegations. In fact, looking through her allegations, you can see that the timelines don't even make sense. They don't add up. On top of that, her own words and her own allegations would contradict themselves. The more she talked, the more people examined her history of statements, the more they realized things weren't adding up and she was contradicting herself over and over again. So seeing that timeline of events, a lot of people really don't like Zoe Quinn. In fact, a lot of people believe she has blood on her hands for what unfolded with this developer she made the allegations against. Unproven allegations as far as we know right now. So when it was discovered that Zoe Quinn had a role in the development of State of Decay 3, guess what? People were not happy. And when they found out that their development team might be losing their jobs, they feel very vindicated. And wow, can't imagine why, right, ladies and gentlemen? This sounds very similar to the situation with Slay the Spire 2, which came out to roaring success and immense praise. In fact, this Steam rating was close to 90% after about a month since this game's release. However, you look now, it's sitting at 56%. And that is almost entirely because of their connection to Anita Sarkeesian, the founder of Feminist Frequency, one of the main players in the whole Gamergate controversy. She was a consultant for this game. And again, here she is, sitting alongside Zoe Quinn before the UN, trying to dismantle the industry. And again, as ridiculous as Anita Sarkeesian is, someone who self-admittedly doesn't even play video games and doesn't even care for them, her impact on the industry is so real and still felt to this day because people were petrified of telling a feminist like her, no. But of course, when people point out that they don't want to support games that are involved with people like Zoe Quinn or Anita Sarkeesian, the usual suspects on Twitter don't seem to understand, or at least they're trying to act like they don't understand why people would boycott those related games. In a viral quote saying this, "Y'all were trying to boycott Slay the Spire 2 over Anita Sarkeesian being in the credits like 6 weeks ago." This tweet is evergreen. It says, "It's amazing how much leftist discourse is just them pretending not to understand things, thus making discourse impossible." It's very simple. People see someone like Anita Sarkeesian who damaged the industry working with a game like Slay the Spire 2, and they don't want to support it because not only does it reflect badly on the studio, it makes it clear that they don't care about gamers. They don't respect gamers if they're hiring someone like her. But of course, there is a level of hypocrisy here. The original poster has chastised people on their own side for not following through on boycotts, like boycotts of McDonald's, basically saying it's embarrassing and that they have no principles. But then when the other side follows through on their morals and actually boycotts things they don't want to support, all of a sudden that is an issue. But also looking at the original poster, they seem familiar. And of course, I remembered they have this infamous tweet where they went mask off a few years ago saying this: "It brings me so much joy to know that you feel like all of your favorite hobbies are being stripped away from you. You will never get what you think you had back, and it's hilarious." So they're just going mask off. I mean, these people are demons, right? Demons do not create, they only corrupt and destroy. And that's exactly what this person is espouting on social media. They're making it clear they want to overtake your hobbies, destroy them, claim them, and then laugh at you when you are no longer recognizing the hobby you used to enjoy so much. But people are quoting posts about Zoe Quinn, saying they don't want to support anything to do with her and don't want to support anything to do with Anita Sarkeesian. And the usual suspects are trying to combat that by saying now it's State of Decay 3 over Zoe Quinn, trying to make it sound like it's some unfounded outrage. And of course, people would quote that user saying Zoe Quinn killed a guy. People have a very legitimate reason to not like her showing up in stuff, which seems like the very reasonable approach here. Nobody wants to support anything involving Zoe Quinn for a multitude of reasons. But you can see that previous user providing an excellent rebuttal, just saying, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. I don't believe you. And of course, people are describing the sort of context as to why they're making those related claims about her and her involvement with Alec, the developer, and his, of course, demise. And the poster here replies saying, cool story. Yeah, the empathetic people, right? They hear the context of someone taking their own life and they say, cool story. They ask for context, they got it, they don't like it, it makes them look bad, makes their side look bad, so they dismiss it as a cool story. But the other user would quote them saying, yeah, she did. She accused a guy of R, despite the story being blatantly fake, considering her timeline never matched up once with posts she herself made on social media. She knew the guy struggled with depressive issues, accused him anyway, then the media circus broke him. And of course, while asking for proof in a different set of replies, someone provided the proof and the context, and well, they just dismissed it.
No,
at the end of the day,
I'm just gonna plug my fingers in my ears. Now you can't prove me
You're boycotting
wrong.
the game where the narrative designer's actions led to a guy offing himself. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that is exactly why I'm boycotting State of Decay 3. Okay, this whole situation is very dark, but I think the context is very important because I'm sure a lot of people have not heard of Zoe Quinn. They might just think she's some feminist who was alongside Anita Sarkeesian. But her story is a lot darker and a lot more corrupt than a lot of people know or remember. So it's important to understand why people are so reviled by this individual and to look at the disingenuous responses from woke people on social media dismissing the boycott as basically fake outrage, when in reality there's a very good reason, many good reasons, to not like Zoe Quinn and anything she's involved with. Anyone in the industry working with her does not respect you as a gamer whatsoever. And I think it is very appropriate to not support studios working with the likes of her. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads, as well as multiple streams a week live here on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time.
They are not gatekeeping the worst people, which kind of tells you everything you need to know, right? Like, I played a little bit of Slay the Spire recently, and it's just like, man, some of these bosses really suck. Like a lot of the boss abilities that make it so you can't block at all. It's like, what the hell? Like, what was the whole point of making a block deck just to get to a random boss that doesn't even let you block at all? And I just keep thinking, like, was this Anita Sarkeesian's idea? Like, what is it? Why am I liking the first game better?
Hey piggies, I want to give a shout out to all of you lovely swine. Did you know that pigs aren't as dirty as many people think they are? The reason they roll in mud is because it's one of few ways they can actually cool down, as they lack sweat glands. When kept as pets, pigs are actually capable of being relatively clean despite them being so big. The same cannot be said for our cast of characters we have today. It's almost an inherent trait in lolcows that their hygiene is absolute garbage. Even DSP was recently roasted for wearing diapers. I enjoyed making my last lolcows in hygiene video, but I received a comment saying that I didn't include the big three when it came to lolcow queens. Since my recent video involved me tackling the sexism from a certain dog abuser, I decided to make this episode more gender inclusive. Don't worry, there'll still be plenty of dudes I criticize for their terrible hygiene as well. While I like to make my videos fun and entertaining, I do have to warn you that this video will be particularly disgusting, even more than the last one. So, this is your final warning to hold off eating anything, or at least save the video for later if you've already eaten something. Anyways, let's go! The first biohazard specimen we have on the table is Tophia Chew. Now, I know we're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but whenever I see any member of the Chew family other than Hershey, I can just imagine how they smell. It's not that they're hard to look at, it's just a feeling. And it turns out I'm right. Tophia's lack of hygiene is infamous when reported on by people who've been around her. According to a motel worker who interacted with her, she smelled like unwashed ass.
I remember you also said that she smelled like unwashed ass.
Unwashed
was one way you described
Yes, basically. That's what it did. It did. It just smelled like, oh my god, I forgot what I was talking about.
Yeah, send gifts to her. God.
Here is her father telling her she needs to wear deodorant.
You have deodorant? You wear. I do.
It gets better though. Here's a clip of Papachu spraying her surroundings with Febreze. Tophia isn't known for her willingness to get a job or willingness to do any work ever. The reason she often cites is because she got PTSD at her first job where they fired her at Dunkin' Donuts because of her hygiene issues.
The day I got fired, she said I had hygiene issues.
She had a short stint where she considered other jobs, such as one at McDonald's, one as a virtual babysitter, and one at a strip club. Oh, hell no! Anyways, you're often as dirty as the living spaces you inhabit. Tophia Chew is currently homeless, but while she did have a home, it was filthy. Just look at this shower. More importantly though, one of my distant cousins lives with the Chew family. His name is Roach Chew, and he's been spotted on Tophia's live streams on several occasions. Okay, on the real, my skin is crawling after watching this. There are several roaches just crawling all over the walls. This makes even Asmongold look clean. Now let's talk about Tophia's self-care routines. Remember this iconic picture? Well, I didn't know this, but apparently this is a video where she scratches her back with a screwdriver.